All right, we are back, and we are ready for another game. Of course, I am still here on ESPN. I don't even know why they're not switching it over here. So Seattle's in the red zone. Darnold drops back, looking over the middle. It is caught at the 5 and brought down at the 1. So, yes, we are jumping right into action here, folks. Again, you know, we were covering the other game, so I'm sorry if you guys, we're expecting the full game. Yeah, no, that game went a little bit long. Again, thank you, Joseph George, for stopping by again for another round of football here. That was caught by Arroyo over the middle. It's going to be first and goal here at the 2. Darnold under center, hands it off to Charbonnet up the middle. Fighting, still fighting, and they are driving him in. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Seattle Seahawks, but there is a flag. Already, we're looking much better than the other game. But again, a flag here, so we'll see what happens. No penalty. It's a touchdown. Touchdown, Seattle. Charbonnet gets in for 6, and the Seattle Seahawks open up the scoring here in this one. Just trying to pull him and yank him in. Good stuff there by Seattle. Open up. Again, couldn't really do a preview here. Again, the Texans have won 2 in a row. They have the number 1 defense in the league according to, points allowed. So there is that. And that's pretty much what I have there. Seattle, of course, looking really good as well. Of course, they've beaten my Steelers as well. So there's that. So again, 6-0 Seattle. We're pending the extra point. I don't know why we're taking forever to go ahead and kick a point here. Extra point. There we go. Looks like we're back here on the left side of the hash. Marks is the kicker. Snap, hold, kick. It is up. It is almost blocked, but not quite. It is good. 7-0 Seattle over Houston. 7:28 left to go here in the first quarter. If you're just tuning in, well, so am I. As I was covering the other Monday night game, of course, that one was actually not that great. That was kind of a shocker. We expected, I'm sure most of us looked at the games and I'm like, well, we're probably going to get a really good game with the Detroit-Tampa Bay game. Was not a good game, 24-9, and felt more lopsided really than the score indicated. All right, looks like they're back there on ESPN, so I want to go there because I don't want to get booted. Because I'm sure ESPN2 will be like, you know what? All right, time to go to ESPN. So right now, Darnold 3 for 4, 42 yards. Walker 3 carries, 10 yards. Of course, Charbonnet has the touchdown. Arroyo 2 catches, 35 yards. CJ Stroud 1 for 2, 13 yards. Chubb 2 carries, 2 yards. Schultz 1 for 13. So that is your those are your pretty much the leaders for the team, or for the team so far. So, and of course, again, if you're wondering how it just happened, how the score happened, again, Charbonnet with a 1-yard rushing touchdown. That is pretty much how this one started up here in this one. As here is the kickoff. Fielded at the 4. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30. Still it bounces at the 35. And, lowering the boom at the 40. Just plows into the kicker. And there's some pushing and shoving. I don't think they like that. This is Chris Fowler, Dan Orlovsky, and Louis Riddick on the call tonight. So we'll see. Hopefully they're all right. We'll see. Just here, roast. All right, let's see a good game here. Good back and forth. Last game was rough. I know. It was rough, man. Oh, jeez. That was a terrible game, honestly. Hola. Hello, Duke Nuke. You're back for your second. Appreciate you, man. K9, go Hawks. Pulling for the Seahawks here. Seahawks, of course, leading 7-0. CJ Stroud is under center. He's at the 37. Stroud takes a snap, hands it off up the middle, and he's met pretty much immediately as he's brought down after a gain of a yard. So I have covered, of course, Seattle multiple times on the channel. This is the first time I've covered Houston. So I do apologize. I'm still kind of, obviously I know Stroud. I forgot who Nico Collins was. They said Nico earlier. I'm like, well, Nico who? I'm like, Nico Collins. Oh, yeah, I know him. But, of course, it's been a while, so I will try to, of course, get the names down. We'll sure get that by the second quarter or so. Marks is the running back in. Stroud is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left and 1 receiver to the right. Stroud drops back, looking to his left, now to his right, swings it out to Marks. Marks makes a guy miss. He's at the 40, cuts inside at the 45, and brought down at the 46. That's a gain of 7, and it makes it 3rd and 1 coming up for Houston. And go Mariners. Yeah, the Mariners looking good. What's up, bro? Sunday nights. Be ready. You guys playing? Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Oh, yeah, you can rest assured that one is covered on the channel. So you can see my live reaction to the Steelers messing it up there against the Packers. 3rd and 1. Stroud is under center. They need a yard. Stroud hands it off to Marks, and the Seahawks are all over him. That's a loss on the play. And it appears the Texans will be forced to punt. You would confess you're a Sam Darnold enjoyer. Darnold's going to dice him up. Ooh, we'll see. Steelers, Packers, Sunday night. Yep. Team should have grabbed him. Yeah, Darnold on the Raiders might be a little bit better for them than Geno. Geno's not worked out. So 4th and 2. Again, the Texans going to have to punt it away. Seahawks looking good. Well, they're hot and cold. So here is the snap, and here is the punt. Townsend sends this to the 2, and that bounces into the end zone for a touchback. 5:08 left to go here in the first quarter. On the second edition of One Monday Night Football, of course, DrDelay doubleheader here. So again, folks, if you haven't joined the channel already or subscribed to the channel, joining is a separate thing. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe. It's free to do so, folks. So make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the NFL, college football, MLB, make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. Let's see here. Again, this is my first Texans game on the channel. Go and refresh here. So, Seattle, I know I've covered Steelers and, of course, Seattle. There was one, Tampa Bay and Seattle. Of course, they both played tonight. That's interesting. And then, of course, the other Seattle game was Steelers and Seattle. So, yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with the Seahawks. Texans, again, this is my first one this season with them. And then, of course, in the playoff game, I'm sure some of you Seahawks fans are very curious on what's happening there. And sure, you already know. But, yes, the Mariners are leading 3-1 over the Blue Jays. Blue Jays have runners on first and second with nobody out. So the Blue Jays might be cooking up something. I'll try to keep you guys updated. I'm sure you guys are updating yourselves. But with that, my opponent has Nico Collins and down by 21. Jeez. Rather than be punching a few individuals. Yep. Brady got hooked by Carroll's cheerleading act. Yeah, I guess he did. Yeah, it is what it is, though. You think C.J. Stroud will hit 200 passing yards tonight, or he's 100 times worse than Baker? Baker's good. He just had a bad night, Jersey. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Again, sometimes you don't have to hit 200. 200. You can throw for 150 and have a good night. If you're only asked to throw 15 times or something like that, can't really control. It's just all about the game. Just about the flow of the game. So, again, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Seattle at the 20 as we are returning to action here. Showing the Sam Darnold timeline. He's been everywhere. But he seems to be looking much better in the last few years. Of course, he looked pretty good last year with Minnesota. He's looked so far so good with Seattle. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, 1st and 10, Darnold is under center. Darnold changing up something. Darnold, play action. Steps up, fires down the right side. It's caught at the 40. He's at the 45 and brought down at the 48. I believe that's Cooper Kupp. with the catch. Cooper Kupp looking like his younger self. 32 yards, and just like that, Seattle is in Houston territory. Are we throw off his MVP race? Yeah, I would say so. 1st and 10 at the 48. Darnold is under center. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Darnold, play action. Steps up. Oh, he's got to get rid of it. He fires it out of bounds. Incomplete. Pass was, again, just trying to get it out of there. Milroe, actually, with the catch on the sideline. Darnold has a beautiful throwing motion. I don't know about all that. I guess I'd have to look at it. Showing his career for his first 5 years, 21-34 record, 61 touchdowns, 55 picks. His last 3, 18-6, 48 touchdowns, 16 picks. So again, much more efficient, much more just better. He's just better the last few years. 2nd and 10 here for Seattle. Ball at the Houston again, 48. Darnold hands it off to Charbonnet. Charbonnet at the 45 and brought down at the 40. That is a gain of 8. And it makes it 3rd and short coming up for the Seahawks. Again, I've already called the game, so I apologize. My voice will be a little bit shot. But I'll be fine. We'll make it through. 3rd and 2. Darnold in the shotgun. Darnold takes the snap, hands it off to Charbonnet up the middle. He's fighting. Oh, I don't know if he got there. I think he initially did, but then he tried to keep fighting when he was driven backwards, and I think that's going to cost him a little bit. Yeah, he's going to be short by about a half a yard. So 4th and inches, and I think they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. They're keeping the offense on the field. Darnold is under center. No, he's not. He's actually the running back as they're doing the tush push. Is this Arroyo under center? Arroyo takes the snap, and he's going to get the first down. The tush push in action tonight. I don't know if I'm for it, but it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. And that is a brand new set of downs for the Seahawks. Peter Schrager out there on the sideline. They got some NFL media superstars out there. Peter Schrager, one of the best. They beat the Texans. I mean, you never know how teams match up with one another. 1st and 10 here at the 37. Darnold is under center, sending a man in motion. Darnold tosses to Walker. Walker breaks a tackle. He's at the 45, the 40, and pushed out of bounds after a gain of a yard. That was a very exciting gain of a yard, but nothing doing. And 2nd and 9 coming up for Seattle. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in this one. It's like the reverse there, double reverse, I should say, but just didn't work out. Second down for Seattle. Oh, wait, no. I don't know. They never announced a penalty, but apparently there was an offsides penalty, so it's going to be 1st and 5. So what in the world? Yeah, I wish I would have known that, Chris Fowler. So 1st and 5 for Seattle. Ball at the 32. So that yard didn't count. Darnold under center. Receiver to the left, receiver to the right. Darnold hands it off to Charbonnet up the middle at the 30. And he's brought down at the 25. I hate the Niners, but after Baker laid an egg tonight, what do you think of Christian McCaffrey for MVP? He looks like the whole Niners offense. A running back winning MVP in 2025 would be something for sure. Especially after he's had so many down years, and of course with the arthritis, it would be interesting. I don't know. I guess we need to see more. Again, we're only at halfway point. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there really is a clear front runner as he hands it off to Walker. Walker is trying to break free, but he cannot, as that's a loss on the play. Walker trying to break free, just couldn't. That'll make it 2nd and long. Every third game Texans win, so this would be a third win. Well, the Texans they've won 2 in a row, so I don't know if that's accurate there. 2nd and 11 coming up for Seattle. Ball at the 25. Darnold under center. Receiver to the right, receiver to the left. Darnold play action. It's just going to spike it into the turf. Incomplete. As all the referees pointing up, yeah, there's a guy in the area. Texans like, what the heck? So 33 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Really a fast first quarter. Of course, I tuned in when there was only 5 minutes left because of the Lions-Buccaneers game I did cover. So, again, I do apologize. I don't really know what happened the first drive of the Texans. No, the first drive of the Seahawks ended as it was a touchdown by Charbonnet, but I did miss the beginning. Of course, most people covering this game tonight did. 3rd and 11, Darnold drops back, looking to his left, moving to his right, now to his left again. He's chased, and he's going to take off and run, and he is driven backwards, and there is a flag. Oh, man, a lot of aggression there. I think he let his emotion. Darnold was trying to run him over there. Of course, that was all in bounds, and then they stepped out of bounds, and the player proceeded to kind of pile drive Darnold into the turf, and of course, that is where the 15 is going to come in. That is a killer. Again, initially made contact out of bounds, but again, Al-Shahir proceeded to, again, just drive him into the ground, lifting him up, of course, and doing everything like that. So that's an automatic first down for the Seahawks. And again, Azeez Al-Shahir, he's kind of known for that. He's kind of a, I don't know if he's a dirty player or whatnot, whatever the terminology is there, but definitely a player that is aggressive. Who won the Lions game? The Lions did. The Lions did 24-9. So 1st and 10. Again, they don't really have to snap it. Darnold is under center, sending a man in motion. Darnold looking to his right, fires. It is caught. Touchdown, Seattle Seahawks. And there are flags everywhere as it's 13-0. And we're pending the extra point, of course. Again, there are apparently flags. I didn't actually see them, but I was just told there was. So maybe I shouldn't say that, I guess. I'm not too sure. We're just kind of waiting. And Darnold, again, fading back while he threw it. That was a heck of a throw by Darnold. Referees gathering any info in the baseball game. Let me check. Again, we're waiting the call on the field here. Oh, my goodness. The Blue Jays have taken the lead over Seattle 4-3. Oh, my goodness. Again, the referees, I don't know what's going on. 0, by the way, on the game clock there, so it's going to go to the second quarter after this. Blue Jays take the lead. I don't know who I want to win, the Blue Jays or the Mariners, this guy. So again, we're still waiting for this call. The referees tonight have been, really the referees have just been absolutely atrocious across the NFL. Like, lately, really bad. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Seahawks after the score. And that is going to... I don't know if they're going to put that on the kickoff or not. I didn't quite hear it because the commentators are yapping. The phones are down. Okay. Oh, wow. So they backed him up. So it's going to be a 48-yard attempt for the extra point. This is interesting here. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is good. A 48-yard extra point. Interesting. And Seattle leading 14-0. So again, I don't know how many of you guys are Mariner fans as well. I don't know. Well, I guess I can have both. I mean, I'll have both. They'll just be small. I won't, of course, pay attention too much to the baseball game, but I'll have it on the screen. I'll let you guys know if anything big is happening. Of course, it's commercial break for both. So, again, make sure, again, folks, if you haven't done so already, make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like games like the NFL, of course, MLB, college football, make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Trouble calls all day. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Only 3 days, 21 hours, 21 minutes, and 1 second to this guy. This guy. And, of course, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. Looks like Chris Bassett is out there to face Suarez. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a fastball right down the middle for a call strike. Again, folks, keep in mind, I am calling the football game. That will take priority. It is commercial break. I assure you, I will not be calling baseball over football. As here's the pitch. That's going to be inside as it's 1-1. That was a sweeper against Suarez. 1 for 3 at the plate today. Blue Jays up 4-3. Blue Jays have taken the lead over the Mariners. And again, that is a huge deal for the Seahawks fans, I'm sure, as they are most likely also cheering for the Mariners. And if you're wondering what's happened here, is just the 1-1. That's going to be outside 2-1. Charbonnet, of course, with a 1-yard rushing touchdown. And another touchdown by the Seahawks as Darnold finds JSN over the middle to make it 14-0. There will be no counter here. 2-1 count to Suarez. Here's the pitch. Check the swing. That is in there for a called strike. He went anyway. So apparently Springer had a 3-run home run, which gave the Blue Jays the lead. That is what has happened apparently. And that is happening literally. Wait, no, that is not happening there because Toronto's home. That's interesting. So they invited them to go to the stadium to watch it on their phones. That's odd. I don't know. I guess it is what it is. That's weird. They're actually showing it too. Here is the kickoff as that's fielded at the 5. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30, and that's where he's going to be brought down. And that's where the Texans will begin their drive to start the second quarter. Blue Jays fans are crying apparently. Very emotional, of course. Of course, over here in the NFL game, again, just a great pass from Darnold to JSN. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, he may be the best receiver in the NFL. I'm not even kidding. And I'm a guy that likes Justin Jefferson, but I'm telling you, he has been very, very good. 1st and 10 for Stroud in the shotgun. Suarez has just struck out as he hands it off. This is up the middle. He's at the 35, and that's where he's brought down after a gain of 5. That was Nick Chubb on the carry. Good to see Nick Chubb back. No counter for you. Nope. No counter for you. No soup for you, no nothing. Stroud drops back, fires. It is caught at the 40 and pushed out of bounds immediately, but he will have the first down. That was Nico Collins, his first catch of the day. Again, Texans really have only had 2 drives. They haven't really done much. And Seattle now down to the last 3 outs there in the ALCS. So 1st and 10, Stroud is in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, hands it off. Up. No, it's a play action. What a play fake. It's caught by Collins, as that's going to be a first down, but there is a flag. What a play fake by Stroud. Faking out me and the cameraman. Again, there is a flag on the play, so we'll have to wait to see what the call. Who is this? What is that reference? I guess I don't remember that one at all. Fouls by both teams. An eligible player downfield. That is going to be canceled out by the pass interference by the defense. So, again, they're just going to replay. So, offsetting penalties. Stroud, the first 3 games, of course, over 3. Passing yards a game at 200. Last 2 games, though, averaging 238, 6 touchdowns. First 3 games, again, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Just not playing well. Not playing well at the end of the day. Stroud is in the shotgun at the 40. Stroud drops back, looking over the middle. Now moving to his left, fires. It is incomplete. Chubb was starting to move just down the field, and the pass was a little behind him. He thought, I guess, Chubb was staying there. I'm not too sure. But, yeah, that is incomplete. Seinfeld phone reference. Anytime someone calls on the phone and they need help, it usually goes, Jerry, you got to help me. Jerry goes, who is this? Yeah, I think you're right. 2nd and 10. Stroud in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Stroud drops back, looking, steps up, fires. It is caught. Oh, he just rocked it over the middle. Nico Collins was wide open. Oh, that's got to be frustrating. He's got to be the sickest man in America, folks. And it's going to be 3rd down again. Stroud doing a great job of just evading everyone. Again, is right there. Collins flat out dropped it. 3rd and 10 for the Texans. Stroud is in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Stroud drops back, steps up, fires. It is batted incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And the Texans will have to punt it away. Seen this coming? Looks like the Blue Jays are going to have a guy on it first. Yeah, it looks like the Blue Jays may be trending to a win. What is going on in the NFL tonight? Yeah, it's football, man. Mike Evans suffered a broken clavicle. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, thank you for the news there, Ultimate. We were wondering about that, speculating as that's going to be punted. Fielded at the 13. Makes a guy miss at the 15. He's reversing field. He's at the 20, the 25, the 30, and pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Nice return of about 18 yards. I believe that was Torrey Horton, the guy from Colorado State. I think he can be pretty good myself. Both underdog teams winning. The favorites winning. Well, this week, the favorites won this week. It is what it is. Justin, he called it. Duke not happy. Please hit the like to support future streams on the channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like the NFL, MLB, or college football, make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow this channel, as that's going to be a fastball right down the middle. Again, I'll be calling a little bit of this baseball game whenever it is commercial break. Again, I'm prioritizing, of course, the football game, but I'm sure the baseball game is exciting to some of you guys, as the Blue Jays, again, have just taken the lead. They lead 4-3 over the Mariners. As here's the 1-2. It's a ground ball, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And he's rounding second, heading for third. The throw is not in time. There's now runners on the corners for the Blue Jays as they look to extend the lead. So just about 30 minutes ago, it seemed like an all-West World Series, but that's not the case. Put a poll there, Doc. Let's hear what people have to say, even though it's a bit clear as of now. For what? What's the poll for what? Not going to be given the best of both. I try. Poll for what? I'm sorry. I'm just lost, I guess. My bad. But again, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Again, I will be prioritizing, I assure you, the football game. That's why you guys are here. But, again, I will have this on as Munoz delivers. That's going to be a breaking ball below the zone. It's 1-0 to Barger, who's 1 for 2. He singled and walked. Steelers starting to show interest in Jaden and Maeva. Oh, I got you. Yeah, my bad. You're right. All right, we're working our way back to commercial, or from commercial break. Of course, I knew it. I don't even know what that was. What was that? That was clipboard. All right, 1st and 10 here at the 32. Darnold hands it off up the middle. This is Walker still on his feet, trying to break free, but he just can't, as that's going to be a loss on the play. Again, I never claimed to be a professional, folks. Hearing stuff crashing and burning in the background. Toronto rolling, yep. Every Jays player has it, really. That's crazy. Ending the night with a super bad game. I mean, I don't know. You never know. Again, it's still early, Jersey. All right, 2nd and 11. Darnold in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Darnold sending a man in motion. Almost fumbled the snap. Fires. It is caught at the 33, and he is crunched. And they're going to whistle it dead, but there's a flag. So that is going to be a 10-yard penalty on Seattle after, of course, the holding call. Now I look over, there's 2 outs now for Toronto, so there must have been a double play or something. IKF, the former Pirate, at the plate. Seattle trying to keep this a 1-run game. You did? Who's going to tell this guy? 2nd and 21 for the Seahawks in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Sending a man in motion, that is Horton. Darnold drops back, looking to his right, fires. It is caught at the 33. He's at the 35, tripped up as he's brought down at the 36. Picking that up off the floor there. So I will forget. Looks like IKF has just grounded out, so Seattle will have one last chance in the top of the ninth to keep it going. 3rd and 6 ball at the 36. They need to get to the 42 for a brand new set of downs. Darnold in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Darnold gets somebody to jump, or maybe got his own guy to jump, as there's a flag. Hoping for some competition would be nice. False start number 15. So Horton, the guilty party there. You can count on me for all your breaking news and game updates in chat. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I do. I definitely welcome all sports news, for sure, if it's accurate. As Darnold drops back, steps up, fires down the left side. It is incomplete. Torrey Horton, the intended receiver, just a little bit overthrown. They were, 2 or 3 Texans in the area. A lot of faith there in Horton, but unable, of course, to connect. And Seattle will have to punt it away. Fourth and 11. This guy. Okay, all right. We don't need all that stuff here. We don't need all that. We can get rid of all that. As there's going to be a punt, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50-yard punt fielded at the 20, and he's brought down at the 23. Not much on the return there. Seattle, of course, up 14-0. Texans, of course, will have a chance to make something happen. Seahawks kind of have handled. Yeah, no. Here we go. Seattle has one more. Well, obviously politics. Oh, it's such a uniting thing, right? We of course all have our things, but I try not to bring it up too much. I really don't bring it up at all, to be honest. This guy, yeah, just I don't know. It's just something that I will scold, of course. Trisk, he's always in here, and he'll like, oh my gosh, why? Just don't bring it up. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll try to control it when I can. If I initiate it, then I think it's fair game. But if I don't, then try not to. So, again, it's commercial break here. Again, make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do. I call games. I call games, folks. So right now, though, commercial break. I got Seattle-Toronto as there's a bunt, and that is going to be foul. Rivas is at the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Is hot dog a sandwich? There's an argument to be made about it. I'm going to go with no, though, Joseph. 0-1 count. Hoffman sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be low, and it's 1-1 to Rivas. Folks, again, I assure you I'm calling this football game, but it's commercial break. So the halftime or the commercial break coverage is baseball. Look at that. 1-1 count. Hoffman sets, rocks, and fires. That is going to be in there for a called strike. 95 on the inside part of the plate. Gibbs, final stat. Yeah, no, he did good. So then what is it? I don't know. It's just a hot dog. I think it's its own thing. It's not. It's cereal soup. No, it's not. The argument could be, oh my gosh. I actually need to think about this deeply now. I don't want to be wrong. Hoffman sets as we are returning to Seattle here. Hoffman kicks and deals. That is low, and it's 2-2. Seattle, by the way, the Seahawks, 30-13 all time on Monday Night Football. So don't play them on Monday Night Football, folks. You will probably lose. 1st and 10 for Stroud here in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Stroud drops back, looking to his left, fires. It is incomplete. Here's the 2-2. That is in the dirt, and it's 3-2. So 3-2 count here to Rivas. That pass was intended, I believe, for Nico Collins. I could be wrong. No, it's Jalen Noel. Hot dog is a sandwich. This guy. You don't grill a sandwich. That's fair. The 3-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. The Blue Jays are 2 outs away from moving on to the World Series. 2nd and 10 for the Texans. In the shotgun, Stroud drops back, steps up, moving to us right now, to his left, fires. Oh, that may be a fumble. I think it's a live ball. It's picked up by the Seahawks. He fumbles it. Oh, there's a scrum in the end zone, and the Texans recover. Oh, what in the world was that? I can't believe it. The Seahawks pretty much had a free touchdown, and they're going to say it's a safety. A safety. Oh my goodness, here's the replay. Stroud was running for his life. That is a fumble. Then Seattle came in and just couldn't recover. No, he did have it, and then the Texan knocked it away, and then the Seattle guy kicked it towards the back of the end zone, and then the Texans guy picked it up, and of course he was tagged down. It is a safety. Seattle now leading 16-0 over Houston. Oh my goodness, a disaster. Grilled cheese sandwich, I think that's fair, actually. It's just certain stuff. Here's the 1-1. That is upstairs, 2-1. So they're in a commercial break yet again. Seattle 16, Texans nothing. And again over here, Seattle, they are down as Toronto. Here's the 2-1. That's a swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Toronto up 4-3. Seattle, again, they are down to the last 2 outs. Canzoni at the plate. Again, if you're just tuning in, I assure you I'm covering Monday Night Football as a commercial. Airplane food. I've only had peanuts whenever I went on airplanes, so I don't know what really airplane food is other than that. 2-2 count. Hoffman sets, rocks and fires. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Seattle's down to their last out. New England Patriots open as a 7.5-point favorite over the Browns. I would say take the dude. Have Cleveland. I would take Cleveland there to cover that 7.5. Julio Rodriguez is the man that could potentially help Seattle out. Seattle fans with a solo shot here would be nice. Hoffman sets, kicks, and deals. Breaking ball, that is upstairs. It's 1-0. Seattle Seahawks, Mariners, both teams playing tonight. Yep. Grilled cheese is not cooked over a flame. Yeah, that's a good point as well. Depends, though. Could be a gas stove. I've experienced both. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be inside, and it's 2-0. Gas stove. Of course, electrical, which is what I currently have. 2-0 count to Julio Rodriguez. Let's see, who was that? It was Cal Rayleigh. He's on deck. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. Breaking ball low in the dirt. 2-1 count to Rodriguez. We're returning to action here in Seattle. And the referees, of course, now they are on the field. That's always a good sign. So there's like $8. That sounds ridiculous. The 2-1. That's a foul tip, and the Mariners are down to their final strike, folks. Again, that other reviewing again, I guess the fumble there. I'm not too sure. So 2-2 counts. Blue Jays fans rising to their feet. The pitch. That is in the dirt, 3-2. Hold on here. What's the call? I have no idea what he's saying. Okay, so the safety has been taken off the board. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Toronto's going to the World Series. Julio Rodriguez strikes out. So pretty much what I gather over here is that Stroud fumbled. Seattle then recovered, but then, of course, he fumbled, and then Houston recovered in the end zone, and that is now ruled a touchback. So that was a brand new possession, but in reality, it's not because it's 2nd and 15, because there was a penalty on Houston, and Seattle accepted, of course, the penalty. Rather than being 1st and 10 at the 20, it's now 2nd and 15 at the 19. So that was pretty wild, but here you go. So 2nd and 15, Stroud in the shotgun, drops back, looking to his left, fires. It is caught at the 23, and he is pushed backwards. Gain of 3. And, of course, the Seattle Seahawks fans, I'm sure, are very devastated. I'm very sorry if there's any here, and you're also a Mariners fan. Your season has come to a close. So my condolences there, I guess. I don't know. But, of course, if you're a Blue Jays fan, well, congrats and good luck. Well, I'm sure I will be pulling for you against the Dodgers for sure. 3rd and 12 is going to be a screen pass here. This is at the 25 and pushed out of bounds at the 27. That is Noel with the catch and run. Gain of 5, but there is a flag on the play. You're gutted? Yeah, I'm sorry. So the penalty is declined there. It was on the offense, of course, and the Texans going to have to punt it away. Maybe we'll get more of a game now. I'm going to focus now on the complete game here. Packers open as 3.5. That sounds about right. K9 sad. George loves it. Again, Seattle up 14-0 over Houston. So Houston, again, just They're trying to get something going, but right now they can't, as here is the punt. Not a good punt. Bounces at the 30. Fielded at the 30. It's at the 35, the 40, and pushed out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Did anyone win at home other than this game, this series? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. Are you calling the World Series? I don't know. I don't know yet. My problem with it was that, of course it's great for you guys, but the problem is that there are a lot of illegal streams on YouTube. So I don't know why, Fox doesn't care, or TBS didn't care, but that really was unfortunate. So yeah, I don't know. If yeah, I don't know. I'd have to just kind of see how it looks. What else? If there's nothing else to cover, I'll cover it. But if there is, then that will be kind of like a backup. So I'm sorry there, but yeah, I just sorry, I didn't mean to bump that. But yeah, I have to prioritize the growth of the channel pretty much. Some days are hits, some days are misses. It is what it is. So, again, I do want to welcome those of you tuning in. I feel bad for, of course, the Mariner fans. That's unfortunate, especially since you guys were up 3-1. But, it happens. I am very sorry. I know that's probably what you don't want to hear, but hey, it's sports. Someone has to win, someone has to lose. Of course, congratulations to the Blue Jays fans. Of course, I'm pulling for you guys over the Dodgers. Sorry, Joseph. Sit back and relax, my man. Enjoy the death of baseball, allegedly, by everyone except LA fans. Yeah. Pay your players. No, I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying, I'm not a Dodgers fan, though. Obviously, cannot stand the Dodgers. Just can't do it. But one of the few times I'll ever cheer for Canada, I think. Yeah, I think that is. Looking at you, Oakland, Sacramento, Las Vegas, and Pittsburgh. Yeah, I know. Oh, I completely agree. All right, we're back here in Seattle. Again, Seattle leading 14-0 over Houston. Houston's just not looking good. Really kind of like the other game. The other game, Tampa Bay and Detroit, it was just kind of a one-sided, affair there. And this one trending to be that way as Darnold is under center. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Texans are screaming at something. Darnold takes the snap, hands it off. This is Walker. Walker is going backwards, and he's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. There is a flag, so we'll get to see what that is. Again, there's been a lot of flags here tonight. I'm as cool as a fan. Oh, yeah, George, you're cool. You're a cool guy. A flight from Calgary to Vancouver any day of the week is under $100. Oh, wow. If you can't advance on a fumble, how can you go backwards? That's a fair point, actually. The NFL. Face mask on the Texans is the call, so that is going to be an automatic first down. Mario Edwards Jr. I wonder if Mario Edwards. Okay, no, it's a different guy. I was thinking of a different guy. All right, 1st and 10 here at the 42. Darnold is under center. Darnold takes the snap, hands it off. This is Walker trying to find something. He just can't find anything as the Texans are all over him. That's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. Walker, 6 carries, 7 yards. He's looking, yearly, that's kind of the stat line Charbonnet's been doing. Walker's been Charbonnet's been the guy that's averaging a yard a carry. Walker's been the one that's been getting the yards. So 2nd and 11 coming up for the Seahawks. Darnold in the shotgun, hands it off to Walker up the middle, and he doesn't get much again. And, well, he's able to get 3 yards there. That's a lot for him tonight. I wanted Seattle, but Blue Jays hit better than the Mariners, so probably better chance to hang with the Dodgers. Yeah, I would agree. Everyone blames Stroud. It's not him, it's the O-line. People always overlook the O-line. Yeah, the O-line's been pretty atrocious, to be honest with you, tonight. So 3rd and 8 for the Seahawks. They're at the 40. They need to get to the 32. Darnold drops back, looking to his left, fires. It is caught at the 35 and pushed out of bounds. The 25, pushed out of bounds at the 20. Yeah, that's a first down for Seattle. Who was that? That was JSN with the catch. Catch of 19 yards. Again, JSN already at 45 yards and a touchdown. Stingley Jr. Grandpa played for the Patriots, but oh, really? Got paralyzed. Dang. Yeah, Stingley was on the coverage there. 1st and 10 at the 21 as Darnold is under center, and it's an end around to Kupp. Kupp is going to throw it. It is intercepted. Oh, he's at the 15, the 20. That was Caden Bullock with the interception. Kupp gets an opportunity to do some razzle-dazzle, but instead dazzles the defense with a pick. And the Texans will take over, and they desperately needed it. They desperately needed something, so Cooper Kupp again getting a chance to throw the ball, and you're seeing why. Well, he's pretty much a receiver, folks. Overthrowing the receiver and finding a Texan. 7:02 left to go here in the second quarter. Seattle leading 14-0 over Houston. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like games like the NFL, like college football and MLB, this is the channel for you. Make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel as, that's pretty much what I do. Again, yesterday called 3 games. I already called a game earlier today. This is my second of the night. So, again, appreciate you guys hanging in here with me. Again, I know there's a lot of people out there that, are competing for your attention and things like that. So, I definitely appreciate it. So, yeah, definitely appreciate it. And, of course, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. Trying to respond to as many comments as I can. Sometimes I can't, but it happens. But again, I try to respond to as many comments as possible. Again, we're all sports fans here, folks. So again, feel free to talk it up, chat it up. Duke can't believe it. Yeah, Cooper Kupp getting into some of the action there. Just didn't work out. Just didn't work out. Let's go look at some of the stats here. For this game, I'll leave this one up. Stroud 5 for 10, 34 yards. Again, he really hasn't. As Ultimate said, not really much time to really do much. Darnold 7 for 11, 119 touchdown. Pretty good night. Pretty good night for him. Kupp, of course, with the pick. Chubb. The Texans only have 5 carries for 8 yards. Seattle, 13 carries, 33 yards. Walker, 7 carries, 10 yards. Charbonnet, 4 for 18 and a touchdown. So, yeah, it's been really all Seattle. Is that his first pick? Kupp? Probably. It's probably Kupp's first ever pick. That's actually a good one. I'd have to look at that up. I'll look it up at halftime if I can remember. Thank you for the streams. You're very welcome, George. Thank you again for tuning in to both of them. You're a legend. So 1st and 10 here for Houston. Ball at the, I believe, 22-yard line. I don't know. I can't tell. 23-yard line. Stroud under center. Stroud. Play action. Heavy pressure. Tosses it to Chubb. Chubb is going backwards. That's a loss on the play. Nothing doing for the Texans tonight. It's been a rough one. Ticking under 7 minutes here again. It's just been a disaster for Houston. In the first one, it was a disaster. And in the second game, it's been a disaster. Well, of course, Monday night games. Always Joe. Well, thank you. 2nd and 15. Stroud in the shotgun. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Stroud drops back. Looking over the middle. It is caught at the 25. He's at the 30 and brought down at the 32. And that is going to be close to a first down. Not quite. That is Nico Collins on the catch. It's a gain of 14 yards. He's at 23 yards for the night. 3rd and 1. They're hurrying it up. Stroud is in the shotgun. Stroud looking to his left. Fires. It is caught by Nico. And that is good enough for a brand new set of downs. Catches it at the 36. 4 catches, 27 yards now for Nico Collins. As we're taking under 6 minutes. How's your throat? Did you try the whiskey? No, I won't be trying whiskey. I've actually never had a sip of alcohol before in my life. You know, it is what it is. Stroud drops back, and it's recovered by Houston. Stroud was stripped again. There is a flag. And I don't know. It's been rough for Stroud. A lot of, again, like Ultimate said, a lot of criticism with Stroud, but just he has had no chance to really do anything. Holding on Seattle, by the way, so that is going to be a brand new set of downs for Houston. So they pretty much got bailed, but again, it's been rough. Hopped into the Blaze channel. They want to. Oh, I bet they did. I bet they did. Blue Jays probably really happy right now. So, brand new set of downs for Houston. 1st and 10 at the 41. Stroud under center. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Stroud hands it off up the middle. He's got some space to the 45, the 50, and is brought down at the 48. That is Marks on the carry, and that's a gain of 11. And, of course, a brand new set of downs for the Texans. Marks 12 yards on 3 carries on the night. Oh, you're allergic. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, definitely can't have that if you're allergic to it. So 1st and 10. Stroud is under center. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Stroud hands it off to Marks up the middle. This time he's going nowhere. Has a flock of Hawks all over him. Maybe again a yard. Showing the offensive line shuffle for the Texans. It's been a completely different team. Just nothing really the same. I think Titus Howard may be the only name I remember there from the first graphic. Covering for years. Oh, I see. 2nd and 9. Stroud. Play action, rolling to his left, fires. It's caught at the 40. He's at the 35, the 30, and is pushed out of bounds at the 25. That is a brand new set of downs for the Texans. Well, I wish you the best, of course, George. I know, of course, yeah, I have friends that are, recovering as well. 1st and 10 at the 25. Stroud throws it over the middle. Oh, it's incomplete. Collins looking for the flag. There's a late flag. There it is. Of course, again, that's an obvious, to me, pass interference. I don't like the fact that it comes in so late. That's what I don't like about it. It makes it seem just weak. But yes, pass interference. It's going to be about a 5-yard penalty because, again, he's just trying to tackle him, apparently. Geez, Go Seattle, says Bean. Thank you again for tuning in. 7 years. Wow, that's pretty good. Good stuff. 1st and 10. Stroud in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Stroud drops back. Moving to his right now. He's going to take off and run. Oh, he's going to throw it. Oh, and Chubb just drops it. Of course, again, the throw is a little bit off. To be honest, Chubb, even if he caught it, he was about to get smacked. But nothing doing there. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Texans. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, again, addiction it's tough. But if you are able to overcome it, though, that is awesome. It really is. 2nd and 10. Stroud is under center, 2 receivers to the right, tight ends in tight. Stroud kind of stumbles, and he is just going to go ahead and just lay there and get, sacked, touched, touchdown. So that's a loss of 5 on the play. So 3rd and 15 for the Texans. The Texans need something. Stroud is in the shotgun. They need to get to the 10 for a brand new set of downs. Stroud takes the snap, steps up, checks it down to the 20, and is brought down at the 18. That is Dalton Schultz with the catch, gain of 7. And again, the Texans most likely going to settle for 3. Just not good. I mean, the Texans, yeah, that was a nice drive, but, of course they needed some help there from, not saying they, the penalties are why or, help or anything like that, but it's not looking good. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up. It is good. 36-yard attempt is good. Seattle leading 14-3 over Houston with 2:18 left to go in the second quarter. So they, of course, will step away. I will be right here. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like games like the NFL, definitely subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Let's see here. Passing. So Cooper Kupp, prior to tonight, was 0 for 4 passing. So that's interesting that they really want. I don't know why they would even try that then. If he hasn't completed a pass, why would you even try it? So now he's 0 for 5 and he's going to have a pick. So he has more interceptions than completions. I don't know. 80 yards, yeah. Let's go Texans, yeah. I guess it's been rough. It's been rough indeed. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging on. Again, I don't remember if I mentioned it, but again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. So definitely do that. And again, this is my second game of the night. Did the first one earlier. That one wasn't all that great. This one seems to be, already trending in that direction of one-sided affair because Houston, again, is struggling. Not to the degree that Tampa Bay did. Tampa Bay they were just lost. Seattle, though, as you can see, leading in yards. They actually have more, turnovers, but first downs, fourth down conversions, possession. They already have more time of possession. So, of course, that's not by much, but yeah, it is what it is. Darnold 7 for 11, 119 with a touchdown. Charbonnet 4 for 18 on the ground. He's their leading rusher. Smith-Njigba 3 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown. I think we saw there Al-Shahir, I forgot his name. But he was yelling at Stroud. That was unbelievable. Gonna head out for the night. I'll see you guys around. Yeah, have a good night, Joseph. Good to see you. Again, it's something with just stuff. I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know. I'm not really gonna think about all that. There, Jersey. I guess I did say talk about whatever you like. I guess I did say that. How the stream's been. They've been okay. They've been okay. As here is the kickoff field at the 5. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, and pushed out of bounds close to the 30-yard line. That is Holani with the return. Good to see you, Draven, of course. Didn't realize the Penguins are, they're 4-2. That's pretty nice. That's pretty good. And it's optimistic for the future. So 1st and 10 coming up for Seattle as they're looking to add some more points. Again, they're already up 14-3 as Darnold is in the pistol. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Darnold swings it out. It's caught at the 30 and brought down at the 35. That is Smith-Njigba. Good tackle in the open field to kind of hold him to 5, and I imagine that's going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. So 2-minute warning already. Again, we're going to go back to another commercial break because they love us so much. 14-3, Seattle over Houston. I don't know. Again, it's just electricity. A hot toddy is like taking cough syrup with alcohol, just experiment. Even old people that go to church will try it because you want you breathing good. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just kind of different like that, I guess. I appreciate it, Jerry. I do believe you're definitely looking out for me for sure. Doctor, have you seen the My Little Soda Pop song? Sadly, yes. Yes. Actually, I do like a few of the songs from the movie. Well, I forgot what it was. Demon Hunters. Yeah, I like 3 of them. 3 of those songs. The rest of them, though, to me, I don't find that great. And I don't think Soda Pop is one of those great songs. I don't know if there's anyone else here that actually knows what that is. Demon Hunters, the movie. But I have seen it. It was, I didn't really think it was that great. But again, 3 good songs came from it, I think. What about you, Traven? What do you think? What are your thoughts on that? Of course, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like games, like, of course, the NFL, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. And that is pretty much it. I got really nothing else to say. Other than that's pretty much it. I call games. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow doing some college football. Of course, it's not, of course, something that I'll promote heavily. Again, I do the NFL, but doing some Conference USA matchups the next few days. Tomorrow, Western Kentucky versus LA Tech, and then Missouri State but playing New Mexico State. Realize those logos are really huge, man. Jeez. Much bigger than the MLB logos. And then, of course, Thursday night, I'll be doing Vikings and the Chargers. It's been all over my TikTok and Twitch. It's getting so annoying, but it was all right. Not the worst I've watched. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel about it. Demon Hunters. Yeah, it was okay. It was, my wife wanted me to watch it, really. But again, the songs were all right. All right, so it's going to be 2nd and 5 here for Seattle. They are trying to add some more points on the board. So at the 35, Darnold in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Darnold hands it off. This is Charbonnet up the middle. He's at the 40, the 45, still moving, and brought down at the 50. Charbonnet has been the guy tonight, really, for Seattle. Usually it's the other way around. Charbonnet's the one that's struggling to get something going, but Charbonnet's been running really well tonight. Already at 33 yards on 5 carries, just 5 carries. 1st and 10. Darnold is in the shotgun. Trips to the right to 1 receiver to the left. Make it 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Darnold drops back. Heavy pressure. Darnold steps up, fires. It's caught at the 40 and is hit hard immediately, but he will have the first down as they're going to mark it at the 40 as the clock continues to run. 1:07 left to go here in the second quarter. Darnold in the shotgun. Darnold drops back, looking to his left. Steps up, moving, and it is almost intercepted by Lassiter. Couldn't quite hold on, incomplete. During halftime, can you break down the Falcons? How do you get shut out to the Panthers? Beat the Bills. Hold on, now that the bots are coming all over the place here. And then back to the show. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good one. You're married. I didn't see that coming. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see here. CeeLo sent me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, CeeLo. Shout out CeeLo. CeeLo, of course, he's a pretty big streamer here, as here is the handoff up the middle. This is Charbonnet fighting forward, crossing the 35, brought down at the 34. Oh, it's a redirect. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, CeeLo. I appreciate that. That is very kind. Folks, again, make sure to check out On The Go with CeeLo. He has been like a rising streamer here forever. Like, you know, he's crossing like 40,000. It's like every day you see CeeLo and he just adds, a couple thousand subscribers, So definitely check out CeeLo, as he is definitely a big dog here on YouTube. Again, thank you for the redirect there. Rip Mariners, yeah, no, it definitely feel bad for the Mariners fans. Of course, I'm sure some of them are Seahawks fans. It's kind of just a bummer. But again, appreciate that. Very nice. Thank you again. 22 likes. Yeah, no, we're getting the likes. We're getting the likes, folks. Again, there's a timeout there by Seattle. Again, they're just trying to get something else on the board here. 14-3 if you're just, of course, tuning in. Thank you again for the redirect, CeeLo. 14-3, Seattle leading. 29 seconds left here in the second quarter. 3rd and 4, Darnold in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Darnold sending a man in motion. That is Kupp. Darnold drops back, looking over the middle, moving to his right, fires, and that's going to be out of bounds, incomplete. Darnold just flushed from the pocket. Again, a good pass rush by the Texans. 22 likes. I'm sad the Mariners lost. Yeah, no, it's... I'm sure that'll happen. I'm sure it'll happen. I mean, you just, I don't know. Maybe it will. I can't lie. I don't know if it will, but it can. It can. Good announcing. Been bouncing, and this is one of the best so far. Thank you, Mojo. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for the kind words. Appreciate it. Actually picked the Panthers Seahawks to win. Like tonight? Hold on. Here's the kick. It is blocked. It is blocked. A 53-yard attempt was blocked, and they're just going to let it roll and get to a stop. So I don't know if really the Texans would do much. But, they'll have the ball, I guess, at the, around the 40-yard line. Blue Jays Dodgers Game 7 will be on October 31st. Yep. I hope the Seahawks make it to the Super Bowl again. NFC, I guess. I'm an AFC team guy, so I don't know. But the Seahawks look really good, Sibby. They really do. They really do. Panthers. Wait, are you talking about the Panthers? Are you talking about tonight? Because Panthers didn't play tonight, Jay. That's what I'm still stuck on. Again, appreciate you guys. Panthers the other night. Oh, I got you. Again, appreciate CeeLo, of course, for the redirect. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Again, folks, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. That's really all I can ask. Again, we're a growing channel on YouTube. As, again, 1,200 subs in the last 10 weeks. We are trending in the right direction. Stroud in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. They are at the 43 as Stroud drops back. Heavy pressure yet again. Fires down the middle. It is caught at the 30 and brought down at the 27. I imagine they'll use a timeout, and they will with 6 seconds remaining. That's what they needed. Again, the Texans. Oh, man, again, they just need something to go right, because it has been a lot of nothing tonight. And of course, a field goal would bring it to a 1-score game. Seahawks have been very good the last 2 years. I don't know about very good, but pretty good. I would say they're good, or good this year. I don't know about last year. They were okay. He went from 45 to 500. Yes, I got a redirect. No, it's not because of me. I'm mediocre at best. Texans need to come back and win. Hammer. We'll see. The Texans have not looked all that great. And looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. Oh, this is risky. Or maybe they try to center it here. I don't know. Looks like I see McDaniel there, the coach, going to try to call a timeout. He is. So, again, another delay of game here on DrDelay. I think the Seahawks won their first Super Bowl in 2014. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I just, I don't think they're... Last year, I don't think Seattle was all that great. They were about 9-8. I can't remember, actually. This year, they look pretty good. I was wrong. I was actually wrong. I didn't have Seattle doing well. I was not a believer in Darnold. My bad. Darnold looks pretty good. Yeah, I had Seattle going 6-11 this year. I was low on the Seahawks. So, but my bad. I mean, hey, you guys can rip me for it. That's fine. Go ahead. I was wrong. It happens. It happens. So 1st and 10 here for Houston. They're gonna keep the offense on the field. This is kind of risky. Again, if this play goes, I mean, again, they only have 6 seconds. You'd imagine they'll take the field goal, but not quite. Apparently, 1st and 10 at the 28. They might try a shot at the end zone. As Stroud drops back, steps up, fires. That is going to be thrown out of bounds. Incomplete. I don't really understand that, but I guess trying to tick down the seconds. So they'll bring out the field goal unit now. It should be about a 46-yard attempt. Pittsburgh has the best Dracula haunted houses. I have only been in Pittsburgh once, so I actually would not know that personally. Doctor, did you see Carter Hart sign with Vegas? I'm not familiar with him. Last year they made the playoffs, then lost to the Panthers, I think. Did they? No, the Panthers didn't make the playoffs last year, so I don't know. 2nd and 10. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is good. And that is your score for half. I don't think. Did Seattle really make the playoffs last year? I guess I don't remember. 14-6, Seattle over Houston. So that is halftime. Let me actually look this up. There's no way. I feel like I would remember that. I'm about to be bamboozled here in front of hundreds of people. That's perfectly fine. No, they did not make the playoffs. Yeah, so they were 10-7 last year, and yeah, but they've been all right. Yeah, they've been okay the last few years, but no, they have not made the playoffs the last 2 years. This year, though, again, they look pretty good. Pennsylvania is Dracula. Okay, well, all right. Well, again, I'm from Eastern Pennsylvania, but no, I'm not. I have not actually. I've only been to Pittsburgh once. Being part of history here. Well, Trisk, it was a redirect. It was not because I worked hard. I was kind of handed the keys, and I'm probably about to chunk them in the river. So don't worry. Seattle did not make the playoffs. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, I confirmed that. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again, thank you, CeeLo, for the redirect. All you CeeLo lights, or I don't know what you guys would call yourselves over there. But again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. This is what I do. I call games. Again, I love the NFL, so I do, of course, try to call as much NFL as I can. Yesterday, I called 3 games for the NFL. Of course, I'm a Steelers fan, so every Steelers game will be, covered. But for the most part, again, I do other games as well. So again, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, make sure again to like and subscribe before you go. Redirect from baseball game. Yep. Judging for your judging. Yes, you would be correct. You would be correct. Hey, I do have a lot of Packers fans on the channel though, so I do kind of support. Believe it or not, I've actually done a lot of Packers games. But again, yeah, when it comes down to Sundays, folks, I kind of just bounce around. So again, I don't know, if you're looking for a specific team I've covered. Seattle I've covered 3 times. It's the 3rd time I've covered the Seahawks. This is the first time I've covered the Texans. So let's see here. In the know, yeah. He's actually a Cowboys fan. Oh, yeah, 100%. Unk Bowl a thing. That kind of was, yeah. I mean, it was a good game, to be honest with you. The Bengals Steelers, that really was a good game. It really was. I've always been a huge fan of the Mariners and Seahawks. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, you guys had a great year this year. You really did. I'm very, I'm sorry that it didn't end the way you guys, I'm sure, wanted to. But, again, you could be proud that you guys were right there. And, with the AL, again, I feel like the NL, has more of the top-end team. So you could, just bring back the core and, try to get some more bats. And you never know. You can never know how next year can look because, the pitching's going to be there. Just got to get some more bats, I guess. Trisk trying to like our bro from CeeLo. Go with the flow with CeeLo. Help us grow with CeeLo. Sports from head to toe with CeeLo. This guy, you're going to get CeeLo to never redirect to us again. That's what you're going to do, Trisk. Of course, again, I do have a poll in the comment section, folks, so feel free to vote on that if you'd like. Seattle, of course, has 65% of the vote. Not really hard to see why, as, again, they are leading and pretty much dominating. I know the score is just a one-score game, but, we can kind of show you the stats here. 188 to 103 on the total yards. And, of course, for the stats for the game, Stroud 11 for 18, 106. Pass rating of 77. Darnold 9 for 15, 134, and a touchdown pass tonight on the ground for Houston. Marks 4 for 13. Chubb 3 for 7. For Seattle, Charbonnet 6 for 39 and a touchdown. Walker 7 for 10. Darnold 1 for 3. Barner 1 for 2 for Houston receiving. Hold on one second. I'm seeing a lot of comments here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Mariners have one of the best seasons this year? Yeah, no, they did. They did. I would say so. I don't get it. How can Texas beat the Ravens? Well, again, it's just a random thing. NFL, again, sports is random. Jersey, you never know how it can happen. Poaching your Texans? No, I'm not poaching. I actually got a redirect. Ghost Rose. I got a redirect. So no, I was doing all right earlier. But again, I do appreciate CeeLo for his support. Is Baker the best quarterback? He is not the best quarterback. I mean, he's a pretty good quarterback. He had a bad night tonight, but he's pretty good this year. I would say he's been very good this year. All right, so Houston again for the receiving. Schultz 3 for 43. Noel 2 for 34. Collins 4 for 27. Marks 1 for 7. Chubb 1 catch for -5 yards. For Seattle, Jackson Smith in the jig, but 5 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Again, he is really good. He's probably, I don't know. I think he's the best receiver now. I really do. He's amazing. Arroyo 2 for 35. Kupp 1 for 32. Barner 1 for 7. Of course, again, Kupp also threw a pick, believe it or not. So, again, we're still at halftime, folks. About 8 minutes to go. Again, I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Of course, again, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. I think I did have a question earlier from Nick, if I do recall. He was confused, and I am kind of confused on how the Panthers are 4-3. So if you're a Panthers fan, I'm sorry. We're deciding all kind of like what in the world happened. So again, the Jaguars, they lost to the Jaguars 26-10, lost to the Cardinals 27-22. They almost came back and won. Shut out the Falcons 30-0. Then get blown out by the Patriots 42-13. Then they beat the Dolphins 27-24. Beat the Cowboys 30-27. Then they beat the Jets. Well, I can kind of see why actually. They beat some teams that aren't really all that great. Cowboys are looking all right. I actually picked I think I picked the Panthers to win that game too. They may be in for a rude awakening, though. They play the Bills this week, the Packers next week, so they may be 4-5 very soon. They do play the Saints. Of course, the Saints are in their division, but divisional games, it can go either way. So I imagine they will probably finish with about 6-7 wins. So for sure. Let's see here. Let's see. My bad. I'm going to back up here. Mahomes, one of the best quarterbacks this year. It's pretty good. Methinks Baker Nix for the best quarterback this year. I don't know about all that. Keep pounding this guy. Who's your favorite Steeler of all time? Oh, there's a lot of good ones. My first favorite player is the Bus. Then it became Troy Polamalu. Then it became Hines Ward. And then it became Ben Roethlisberger because he was the last of my childhood. So I guess it would be Ben, because Ben was always the one just clutching up. He gets a bad rep, of course, off the field, but on the field he even gets a bad rep. But yeah, no, Ben was clutch. He was so clutch. Whenever he was in, I always felt like the Steelers had a chance to win. Just want to watch the home run, made me feel emotions and stuff. The crowd went ballistic. Couldn't hear people yelling. Well, yeah, imagine, again, the Blue Jays, it was really great for him. This guy, Canada. Lamar Jackson's the other best quarterback. He's struggled. He's actually been out for a few weeks there, Sibby. Who's the Panthers quarterback? It is Bryce Young. Panthers are a very young team and undefeated at home. Interesting. Rico Dowdle happened. Yeah, Rico. He's been all right. I guess he had a rough one. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing. Oh, he's asking Go Dome. I don't know if he's still here. I'm sure he's doing good. I believe he's also covering. Bettis the Bus. Yeah, the Bus. He was good. Who gets the ball the second half? I think it's Seattle. No, it's Houston. My bad. Houston. Because I was covering that first game, Tampa Bay and Detroit, so I actually didn't see the first 7 minutes of this game. John Stahl is your favorite Steeler? Yeah. Ben gets a bad rap after he wrapped his motorcycle. Yeah, that was also really dumb. That was really dumb, for sure. I think my dad's favorite Steeler is Jack Ham, if I recall. He might like Terry over Jack. I'm not too sure. It's close. It depends on the day. The Panthers didn't win a preseason game. It looked like, well, preseason, it's, that you play the backups. You just never really know. Rodgers better than Flacco? Long run? Well, Rodgers is better than Flacco, both in the past, present, and the future. Flacco just had a really good game against the terrible Steelers defense. The Steelers defense is actually terrible. It was the Falcons going up and down week to week. Oh, yeah, I don't really buy the Falcons, though, Nick. I'm not going to lie. Darnold is the Seahawks quarterback this year. No. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Geno is in the Raiders. John Soller was a great Steeler. Yep, for sure. Okay, let me double check on the Falcons then. But yeah, no, I never really. Every year it's like, oh yeah, the Falcons, they're going to be a team that overtakes. But they just never do it. They lost to the Bucs. They beat the Vikings, but the Vikings had McCarthy. Lost to the Panthers, beat the Commies. Oh, that's interesting, actually. Let me look at this. They beat Marcus Mariota, though. That's a little different. They beat the Bills. Interesting. Let me look at this. Let me see here. Okay. Was it turnovers? Yeah, the Bills turned them over twice. There you go. There it is, right there. 443 yards. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess that's interesting there. Robinson at 170 yards. There you go. That is it. Well, London also had a good day too. Well, I don't know. That's kind of random. That seems very random to me. Of course, they lost to the Niners last night. And then they played the Dolphins. They should beat the Dolphins, but you never know. Maybe the Dolphins playing for their coach, Playing for their coach. Mean Joe Green, yeah. Eve, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. That's very nice. Thank you very much, Eve. I'll be sure to add you again. I try to, show my support. That's really all I can really do. Again, my appreciation. You'll be added to this list there, so I do appreciate that. It's very nice. Thank you. Tomlin isn't a bad coach. I guess I disagree. I think he might not be bad. I don't think he's good. That might be, I think, more of the accurate way to think there. Joe Green was a coke addict. This guy, okay. Coca-Cola, folks, is what he's saying. I don't buy them either, but handed the Bills. Yeah. You grew up a Carroll fan. He's pretty good. That's what teams are playing this Thanksgiving. Shoot, I actually don't know. It looks like we're working our way back here, but we can double check what is happening on Thanksgiving, because I am expecting to cover some of those games as well. All right, looks like we got Green Bay at Detroit, Kansas City at Dallas, and Cincinnati at Baltimore. Ooh, that could be a tough one there. Cincinnati at Baltimore could be really unfortunate for America. All right, so we are back. We are back here in Seattle again. Seattle leading 14-6, and of course, Houston will have the ball to start the second half. He's a bad preparer. Yeah, I think that's a very accurate, Trisk. Definitely a great motivator, but yeah, I mean, as far as like preparation and getting your team ready to play, I mean, he might actually be terrible. Pete Carroll will always be the best Seahawks coach. Probably. I would say. I mean, you won the Super Bowl. Starworth was a track star in Alabama A&M. Here's your hometown. Okay, that's cool. All right, it's going to be kicked off. He's fielded at the 10, the 15, the 20, spinning around, and is brought down at the 25. We're back here in Seattle, folks. So, again, I'll try to get to the comments, but, of course, the game comes first. So, again, Houston has to get something going here. Stroud, of course, has been under duress pretty much for that, that entire first half. So maybe you see a little bit more of help from the running backs there, or having the tight ends come in and chip a little bit. But for the most part, it has been a disaster for Houston. So Stroud is under center. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Stroud hands it off. This is Chubb, and he's fighting forward, but really can't get much. Well, I'll tell you what, they're going to give him a very favorable spot. I didn't think he'd get that far down the field. That's going to be a gain of 4 for Chubb. 4 carries, 11 yards for Chubb. And they're showing the miscues there by both teams here. Of course, Kupp with the interception, and then the blocked field goal. I mean, just so many other points that were left off the board for Seattle. So 2nd and 6, ball at the 29. Stroud under center, receiver to left, receiver to the right. Stroud, play action, heavy pressure again, fires. It is intercepted at the 45. He wasn't touched. He's up. He's at the 40, the 35, the 30, 25, 20, and pushed out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Once again, Stroud has been under duress all game, and there you go. It has been a disaster tonight, and it looks like there is a flag. Seattle, of course, celebrating during the return. Personal foul. Illegal blindside block against Seattle. Of course, this happened after the interception, so that's going to back them up. So they won't be inside the 20. We'll have to await the spot. Mike Holmgren took Seattle to the first Super Bowl. I forgot about Mike Holmgren. Yeah, they were consistently good with Matt Hasselbeck and, of course, Sean Alexander. I'd have to really think about that one. I mean, Pete Carroll took them to back-to-back. That's a good one. I'd have to look at it. I'd have to really look at the numbers there, Nick. That's a good one. All right, 1st and 10 here for Seattle. Again, we're kind of awaiting the spot on the field. As, again, a lot of praise there on the sidelines. Ernest Jones, his 3rd interception this season. They're going to mark him back at the 38. Darnold under center. Play action, rolling to his left. Fires. It is incomplete. There were 2 receivers in the area, Barner and Horton. They were both kind of confused there. And you can see it on the result of the play, of course, is an incomplete pass. Yeah, I don't know what that would be, Trisk. I'm sorry there. All right, 2nd and 10 coming up for Seattle. Ball at the 38. Darnold under center. Receiver to the right. Tight ends in tight. Walker is in the backfield. Darnold hands it off to Walker up the middle, lowering the shoulder at the 35. Still on his feet at the 32. They're going to blow the play dead really early. And the crowd is rightfully upset. They were starting to get momentum there. Oh, man, that is an early whistle if I've ever heard one. So he's going to be well short of the line to gain. Marking it dead at the 30, 31. So that is pretty bad by the officials. We've seen some pretty bad officiating in both real Monday night games. So I don't know how the World Series was, but bad officiating over here. 15-yard penalty. Yep. Coos got Seattle Spirit of the Washington State. Is that right? 3rd and 3. Hands it off up the middle to Walker. Walker spinning around at the 30 and brought down at the 29. He, of course, needed to get to the 28 for a brand new set it down, so he's going to be short. And it's going to be 4th and 1 coming up for Seattle. Good night. Good night. Yeah, you have a good night, Kenneth. I can't speak. Appreciate it again for tuning on in. Most productive from the BMW No, I have no idea. Oh, you're talking about Oregon. I got you. Fourth and 1. They're at the 29. They need to get to the 28. Darnold in the pistol. Play action. Steps up. Fires. It is caught at the 12. Runs out of bounds at the 11. That is Jackson Smith Njigba. Again, he is just so good, folks. He always seems to break free and make the big catches. And a brand new set of downs for the Seahawks. We'd have had that in rugby, this guy. He has to prove himself. You would take him for Colorado. Yeah, I would too. Mike Ditka for Chicago. Bum Phillips for Houston. Tom Landry for Dallas. 1st and 10 at the 11. Darnold under center. Hands it off to Walker up the middle at the 10. And brought down at the 8. Nothing really working for Walker tonight. He is really, again, just a tough guy to bring down, but only averaging just above 2 yards a carry, folks. So it's just not working out for Walker tonight. But, of course, again, they're not giving up on him. They've already handed him the ball plenty of times tonight, or in this drive, really. They really want him to get it going. 2nd and 7, ball at the 8. Darnold, play action, moving to his right. It's going to fire. It's caught by Arroyo, and he's not going to get anything, as that is a gain of nothing. A gain of Seinfeld, a show of nothing. 3rd and 7 coming up. Well, I was wondering if you're covering any of the World Series. Depends, Jay. I won't be able to cover Game 1 because I think that's Friday. If there are illegal streams, I can't do it. I just get wrecked. But if there aren't, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So 3rd and 7, ball at the 8. Darnold in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Darnold drops back, looking to his right, fires to the end zone. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Torrey Horton. Of course, the rookie receiver from Colorado State. Appreciate you, Jay, for tuning on in, by the way. Appreciate it, man. Ohio State could probably beat the Jets. I don't think so. These are professionals, after all. Dicing him up. Yep. Yeah, for sure. You missed Darnold, the Vikings. Yeah, he's looking good. Vikings, of course, that's interesting there with McCarthy and Wentz, as here is a 26-yard attempt by Jason Myers from the right hash. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up. It is good. Just snuck it in there. So that extends the lead. It is 17-6 with 10:34 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. It is all Seattle in this one. Simi does not like that. BYU is a quarterback factory. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I'd like to hear your quarterbacks. Obviously, I think there's John Elway, right? He went to BYU, or am I just wrong there? But I can't think of anyone else. The stakes are high. This guy, okay. 76, yep. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe before you head on out tonight. Again, shout out to CeeLo for the redirect. Thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate that. Again, folks, I am on here 6 of the 7 days a week as I'm calling games for both, the NFL, college football, MLB. I've covered a lot of MLB this year. I didn't really call much of the ALCS. I did the NLCS part of things, or side of things, but yeah, football season, of course, is here. And, of course, that's kind of why I'm, here doing the Monday night. Again, this is my 2nd game of the night. I did 3 games yesterday. So, again, on Sundays, folks, you can expect 3 games from me. 3 games every Sunday. So, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. It is free to do so. You don't have to pay me anything. Steve Young. Oh, that's who it was. I was thinking of an 80s guy. Now, Elway went to Stanford. That's right. The Vikings kind of just blah this season. I'm jumping on the Colts band. Oh, my gosh. Don't do that. They'll never block us again. This guy. Jim McMahon went to BYU. Oh, well, I don't really think that's... I don't know. McMahon was okay. He actually follows me on Twitter. Fun fact, Jim McMahon, he's actually Jim McMahon. He follows me on Twitter. Same with Jose Canseco, and I am part of the elite that John Cena follows as well. So 3 celebrities follow me on Twitter. I think it's awesome how he went from watching a Seattle MLB game to watching a Seattle NFL game. That is awesome. Yet, best of both worlds. Value, quarterback curled a guy and stiff-armed a guy in one punch. Really? Okay, Trisk, I'll check it out. Thank you. Chubb's playing like... Chubb, I mean, he's kind of old, you know. I mean, of course, he has the injury. I wouldn't say he's old, but he got hurt, and that kind of has derailed his career. Ty Detmer. Oh, he was for the Eagles, I think, for a little bit, right? Yeah, I don't know if he was really great, you know, for the NFL. So we're back here in Seattle again. Seattle leading 17-6. Houston looking to, again, get the ball back and hold on to the ball this time because, again, they have been struggling. Fielded at the 5. He's at the 10, the 15, reversing field. He's now at the 20, the 25, the 30, and pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Nice return. That was by Trayvon Smith. Return of 28 yards. And Houston, I mean, of course, it's not now or never, you know, because still plenty of time. Still 25 minutes of actual football time left. But, you know, again, you just feel like this is a drive you really want something to give yourself just a, you know, something like mentally positive. You really need something positive here. So, 1st and 10 here for Houston. Stroud is, I believe he's under center. Trips to the left, tight end in tight to the right. Sending a man in motion. Stroud, play action. Steps up, fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Collins around the 45-yard line. It was just not on target. 7-0. Yeah, BYU is looking good. McMahon has 2 Super Bowl rings. That doesn't mean he's good. I mean, Ty Detmer, also the Browns. Okay, that's right. Who was the highest score that an NFL team has gone in NFL history? 73, I believe. I believe that was either the Redskins or the Giants. I actually can't remember which one of those, though. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 32. Stroud under center. Play action. Heavy pressure. Fires. It's caught. He's at the 35, the 40, the 45, and brought down across, actually just short of midfield at the 49. So, again, that's a brand new set of downs for the Texans. Let's see here. One is a bear, one is a backup. Okay. I don't think that's why. Even people know, raised here knows we're the best. Okay, well, hey, we'll see. As Stroud is facing heavy pressure, fires down the right side, and that is going to be out of bounds, incomplete. And, of course, there's another flag, as that is pretty much customary of, you know, pretty much just the vibes tonight. Just flag and flag and flag. Yesterday, the last game was a bunch of flags. Yesterday, all 3 games featured a bunch of penalties. It's going to be a penalty on the Seahawks for a defensive holding call. So that should be an automatic first down for Houston, as now they're on the Seattle 46. Stroud is under center, sending a man in motion. Stroud hands it off. This is Marks, and he's tripped up at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Marks just averaging above 3 yards a carry tonight. 17 yards on 5 carries. 3.4 a carry there. Sounds like most NFL games. Yep, exactly. 100%. It's ridiculous. 2nd and 6 for Houston. Again, they need something. Again, it's not do or die if they don't get it. It's not over, but you just mentally would like something to hang your hat on at the end of this drive. Ball at the 42. Stroud is under center. Receivers to each side. Stroud, play action. Looking, fires. It is knocked away at the last second. Incomplete. Oh, that's a great play. Evan Worry with the deflection there. He was, I believe he's a rookie. He was highly touted. Good stuff there. Sorry to see the Steelers lost. I was rooting for them. What a crazy game. It was a great game. It was a great game. Unfortunately, the Steelers' defense is overpaid and overrated. It is what it is. 3rd and 6. Stroud is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Stroud drops back. Heavy pressure yet again. Fires. It is caught at the 40. What a catch. But, of course, he's going to be well short. Oh, they're going to say it was incomplete. Ogun Bawale with the attempted catch. But at the end, again, they just decided, nope, he did not hold on. It is incomplete. BYU is similar to Gonzaga equivalent for football. I don't know about that. I think BYU is a little bit bigger than Gonzaga. I agree that doesn't make him good. Most people don't know his 2 rings. Yeah, I only know the one. The Iron Curtain, I think that's more accurate. Who was the quarterback when Refrigerator Perry was playing? It was McMahon. McMahon was the guy. Of course, he was injured half the time, so it was another guy in there. I just don't know who that was. As there is the punt. And that's going to bounce at the 3. Oh, what a punt. Fielded at the 4 by Houston. So great punt there by Townsend as he sends it to the 4. So Seattle will have to march quite a bit. 17-6 with 8:51 left to go here in the third quarter. D is tightening. Yeah, no, they are looking good. Boom. Yeah, no, again, Seattle definitely looking very good tonight. Again, they've looked really good. I mean, again, they've already beaten the Steelers. Not saying the Steelers are good or anything, but they looked really good against Pittsburgh. And, of course, I covered them playing Tampa Bay, and they looked, really good in that one. I believe they lost that one, but it was a really great game. That was actually one of the best games I called. I actually did call that one. That was a fun game. Of course, they both had their throwbacks. That was good. I don't know. Whenever I can get throwbacks on the thumbnail, it's always a good vibe. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like the NFL, MLB, college football, make sure, again, to do that. Make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Stroud is the new Derek Carr. He gets his receivers lit up. It's tough because, Stroud is not getting a lot of help from his O-line, Jonathan. It's looking really bad. I don't know if you're able to watch or not, but, obviously, yeah, the throws aren't great, but he really doesn't have the time. Back when the Raiders were good with John Madden as coach. Oh, boom. Oh, yeah. Okay, I just realized. Yeah, John Madden, what did I say? Boom. John Madden was not just a great coach, but was a great manager. He knew how to find talent. Yeah, he was a great commentator, too. He really was. All right, we're back here in Seattle. Again, Seattle leading 17-6. Plenty of time left in this one. In fact, we're kind of running a little bit behind here. Already 2 hours in. We're only not even halfway through the third quarter. I don't know what tinsel tapestry reads. Steeler defense is more like the tinsel tapestry or tapestry. I don't really know. I don't really know what that means there, Trisk. I'm sorry, I apologize. 1st and 10 here for Seattle. Ball at the 4. Darnold is under center, 2 receivers to left. As Darnold hands it off to Walker up the middle at the 5 and tripped up at the 7. Again, it's just been a rough night for him. Not really finding much. Again, only 26 yards, on 11 carries. That's a fair point about not having enough time. Yeah, I just feel like he doesn't have enough. We all want the Raiders to be good. Is Max still hurt? I saw the injury. I actually don't know. I don't know. I don't really think whether someone is healthy or not for the Raiders is going to help. They just aren't good this year. No offense. It's just not good. 2nd and 6 ball at the 8. Hands it off to Walker. Walker bouncing it outside, but he can't find anything except a bunch of Texans. I don't think he may have gone back to the line of scrimmage there. I'm not too sure. I'm waiting to see. I think they're going to say he lost a yard. Again, it's been a rough night for him. Packers Steelers next week. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a great game. Great game. Of course, I'll be covering it right here. just as is every streamer on the platform. But that's okay. 3rd and 7, ball at the 7. They need to get to the 14 for a brand new set of downs. Darnold in the shotgun. 2 receivers. No, trips to the right, 1 receiver to left. Darnold drops back, looking to his right, scrambling to his left. Oh, and he loses the ball. Oh, and the Texans recover in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston Texans. Darnold was under duress. He turned around and the Texan was right there, ripped it out of his hands. The Texans fall on it. It's a touchdown. Believe that's Will Anderson. He had the recovery there. And the Texans defense giving the Texans some life. Just again, heavy pressure, and he had to scramble out of there, but then he didn't see him. Anderson, I believe, with the strip sack and the fumble, strip sack, fumble recovery, and touchdown. Oh, what a play. Now Rage Bait Grossi with Pro Steelers. There we go. That's what I need. Doc, can you tell Nico Collins I would love an insurance deed? I have tried. I just can't get to him. Stroud rolling to his right. Heavy pressure. Fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Schultz. Couldn't connect. But hey, Will Anderson making this a 1-score game. 17-12. It's a game. Look at that. Going for 2. Yeah, they went for 2, and they did not get it. That was huge for the Texans. They needed that. I'm not really a fan of either of these teams, but really enjoy your calls. Thank you. I appreciate it, folks. Of course, Jay, I know you've been here for about a few months now, and I appreciate that. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, CeeLo, thank you again for the redirect, sir. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully, I've been able to maybe convince you guys to subscribe to the channel. Again, it's completely free to do so. This is what I do. I call games, the NFL, college football, and MLB. That is pretty much what I do. So hopefully you've enjoyed the call tonight, and you hit subscribe. Again, you don't pay me nothing. YouTube would told me. YouTube was like, you know what? You should really charge for subscribers. So, I'm like, no, why would I do that? Why would I charge people for free content? Come on, I'm not going to do that. So definitely, again, subscribe. It is completely free. Again, I'm on 6 days a week, folks. So again, make sure to definitely subscribe to the channel. Who was a left-handed quarterback that used to play for the Raiders? That would be Kenny Stabler, I believe, Jerry. Hammer, Truck Racer, World Series. Oh, yeah, I don't know. You guys, Yeah, again, I don't want to offend anybody here, but, when it comes to, like, NASCAR and all that stuff, it's like, again, I can't do it. I can't do it. What a left turn. Oh, my goodness, did you see that left turn? That was amazing. Oh, my gosh, that left turn, absolutely disgusting. Oh, man, another one. Can you believe it? That's 4 in a row. And now that makes a lap. I just can't really, I'm not going to do that. I can't do it. But hey, you seem to make it work. So that's awesome. That was painfully haunting. I actually don't know what that is referring to there, so I apologize. Link. Hammer, hey, play-by-play with JJ. What's good, Doc? Do you have a second to talk once you're done? Yes, of course. Appreciate you. Everything is all cool. That's great. Look at that. We got celebrities here in the chat. CeeLo and JJ. Look at that. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, thank you, CeeLo, again, for your redirect. Very, very kind. So, maybe I won't redirect anymore after the NASCAR thing, but, I tend to kind of wear everything out there. You guys, you'll figure out how I, feel things. So, anyway, here is the kickoff. Field at the 5. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, hit hard at the 39. He was gaining a lot of speed. That was Halani on the return. He was moving at a big speed. Of course, Seattle now don't have to worry about the end zone. Of course, what just happened again with the strip, the sack and the fumble and the recovery, touchdown, whatever. So they don't have to worry about that anymore. They're going to have plenty of cushion as they're at their own 38. Bum for the Mariners. Oh, yeah. Another left turn. I know. Yeah. You sometimes turn right. That's fair. That's fair. I guess you got to mix it up a little bit. Turn right. First and 10 here as Darnold is in the shotgun. Sending a man in motion. Darnold drops back, looking to his left, fires down the left side, and it's caught at the 40 and walks out of bounds at the 36. That is Jackson Smith-Njigba. Like I've been saying, folks, he is really good. Of course, a great ball by Darnold, placing it right in there. But just, again, whenever you need a catch, and that was even tipped by the defender as well. JSN is legit. This is a killer game. Oh, yeah. I feel like Blue Jays at least have a strong chance to make the World Series. Yeah, for sure. First and 10, Darnold fires. It is batted at the line, and it falls incomplete. Looking for the quick slant there. Wasn't able to connect. So second and 10 coming up for Seattle. 6:42 left to go here. Kind of a long game, folks. Again, 2 hours, 15 minutes. It was actually batted twice there, playing volleyball by the Texans D-line. Can't wait for Sunday. Oh, I bet. Oh, man, yeah, Steelers-Packers. Oh, it's going to be so good. I'll get to weep and cope on stream, folks. Make sure to not miss it. Steelers-Packers. Darnold in the shotgun. Hands it off to Walker. Trying to bounce it outside. He does. He's at the 35. Lowering the shoulder at the 30. And push out of bounds at the 28. That is a gain of 8 yards. As Walker, again, trying to get something going. I believe that may have been his longest run of the night. Again, he's only at 33 yards, but, he really hasn't had much to work with. One thing about you tell it like it is, and that is great. Thank you. I try. I've had to fight my own audience. 3rd and 2 at the 28. Of course, if you were there for the Browns-Dolphins game, you were there, As Darnold hands it off to Charbonnet up the middle, and he's not going anywhere. That is a loss on the play. And the Texans defense, which was getting gashed pretty much on this drive, does decide to show up. And I don't know what would be the call here. It'd be 4th and 3. I would probably kick the field goal if that's just me. Of course, if this were, the analytics, they would probably tell you, go for it. I don't know. Mike has been great for the Packers. He really has been. He's been working. Yeah, he's definitely made a big difference. 4th and 3 again. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal here. 47-yard attempt, the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, fading right, but it is good. 20-12 is your score with 5:15 left to go here in the third quarter. So a one-score game, of course, it remains. They will step away. I, of course, will be right here. What are your feelings on Russ? He's old. He's washed. But I like him. I mean, he's good. He was good. I liked him with us. I thought he played all right with us. I think Steeler Nation overreacted on Russ at the end of the year. I thought he played fine. Really, the Steelers entirely, the whole team kind of fell apart. It wasn't just Russ. I think that was overblown. Is Russ garbage? I don't think he's garbage. No. Should Russ have a chance? Depends. I mean, I don't know. I thought he had a great chance here with the Giants. He didn't really perform well. So, like I said, I don't know. He might be might be done. He might be washed. He's good enough to be a backup, but would you want him as a backup, is the question. So going into next year, I don't know. I don't know if anyone really takes a shot on him. So we'll see. It's midnight and we got NFL. Yep. Oh, man. Oh, I know. I'm tired, but hey, we're going to finish this game. We got an all right game. Again, it's really been all Seattle, but the score is only a one-score game, folks. And that usually means there's something that might happen to make it interesting as far as towards the end of the game. But yes, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like, games like the NFL and, of course, MLB, college football, that is pretty much what I cover here on the channel. So, again, make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you're a fan of what you're listening to. Again, shout out to CeeLo for the redirect. Thank you, sir. And, again, Nico, I don't think he's gotten my text messages I've sent him about trying to score a touchdown. I don't know. So, I'm very sorry about that. Russell Wilson is doing all right. He is an advertising movie. Is he really? Yeah, I don't like that. See, if you're struggling and you're already, making commercials about stuff, I don't like that. I'm pretty old school when it comes to that stuff, you know. Like if you're doing great, you know, obviously like winning Super Bowls or at the top of your game, making commercials, well, that's fine, you know. But again, if you're struggling, like, hey, you need to stop. You need to focus on other things in your spare time. I'm pretty old school when it comes to most sports stuff. So we are back here in Seattle again. Seattle leading 20-12. Texans, of course, will be getting the ball back. And again, it's still a one-score game. I'm sure you're probably annoyed with that, but I mean, it's amazing that it really is. Fielded in the end zone. He's going to take it out. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, stays in bounds at the 30, and runs out of bounds, I believe, at the 31. I'll actually mark it at the 32. Russ has a good heart, but he's kind of corny. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. He has a great. Yeah, he's a good dude. I don't know. I don't like that he was bullied for that. That bothers me. But again, you gotta play well. Whenever of course, you're a quarterback and all that in the NFL, you gotta play well. But I as a person, great dude. I definitely would want him leading my franchise. But obviously, again, in his prime. 1st and 10 at the 32. Stroud hands it off to Marks. That was a busted play all the way. He went to his left. The running back was at his right, and still there was some hesitation there after they made eye contact, as that is a loss of a yard on the play. So, again, not what you really want to see or hear if you're pulling for the Texans or cheering for the Texans. But, again, their offense has been a mess, and it's continuing to do a mess, or to be a mess. What type of movies are you into? I don't really watch many movies. I like Star Wars, not the current stuff, but I like, all that stuff. 2nd and 11. Stroud moving to the left, fires. It is caught at the 35. He's at the 40 and brought down at the 42. I believe that's a brand new set of downs. Yeah, I don't really watch many movies, but yeah, I like Star Wars. I like DC. I don't know. Whatever's good, I guess. I know it's kind of a weird answer, but time to retire Chubb. Yeah, Chubb again. He might be a little old, but of course that was Marks there. That wasn't Chubb there. Is that Kayende there? I'm not too sure. Kayende. 3rd and 1. Actually, they did not give him the first down there, so it's about 3rd and inches. And the referee's going to have a little chat here. I don't know what about, so let me go and check here. Go Giants. Did we just throw an interception? No. Come on, Texans, stop making dumb mistakes. It's easy to do when you're Texans, I guess. Andor was really good. I did not watch Andor. I heard it was, though, yes. Russ needs to retire and let make the money. Just be a dad and coach his kids, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's also tough. Like, I think they're checking over. Yeah, he was short, actually, initially. I don't know. I am all for, like, hey, man, like, if you think you got it, go until you got nothing left. I definitely believe that because you don't want to have any regrets. Appreciate you, though, Daniel. And you're a long-time subscriber as well. Thank you for, again, tuning in. 3rd and inches. Stroud is under center. Hands it off to Marks up the middle. Oh, and he did not get it. Oh, he went backwards. So it went from 3rd and inches to 4th and 1. And this is going to be an interesting decision here. I mean, again, you're in your own territory. I mean, the Texans defenses look good. I mean, you could take you could punt him and try to pin him deep. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Townsend's good. I don't know if he's great. They're going to go for it. Oh, they're going to hand it off to Marks, and he's not getting anywhere. Oh, what a disastrous play call and execution. McKay would be all for the execution of this offense, as that is a turnover on downs, and Seattle will take over at the Houston 40. You're more of a DC. Okay, there we go. Wish I could keep darts on this guy. Okay. Russ needs to step aside. Scatto, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Chubb hasn't done that. Line is awful. It is. I don't know. He's just, again, that injury. They should have went for it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, that was a terrible call though. If they would have went for it, I mean, they did go for it, didn't get it, but definitely would have picked a different play call. That was horrible. 1st and 10 at the 39. Darnold is under center. Darnold, play action. Steps up, fires. It is incomplete. He had JSN and just missed him. Just missed him. Would have been huge if they got it. Oh, yeah. What are they doing? I don't know. You got to check and/or in order with the timeline, though. Okay, fair enough. I'll see what I can do. I think I don't remember. The wife, she may still have Disney. I don't know if she does still. I'll have to check. 2nd and 10 at the 39 as Darnold is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Darnold drops back, looking over the middle. Fires, it's caught at the 40 and brought down at the 36. That is Jake Bobo on the catch. Is Chubb hurt? No, he's not hurt. He got hurt last year, but now was that 2 years ago? I actually can't remember anymore. No, he's still, and they've been giving it to more marks here. 3rd and 7 here at the 36. Darnold in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right, tight end and tight. Darnold drops back, looking to his right, fires, it's caught at the 30. He's at the 25, the 20, brought down at the 17. Oh, you'll never guess who. It's JSN, Jackson Smith-Njigba. I'm telling you, he is special. 123 yards on the night on 8 catches, a touchdown. He is just so good. I'm telling you, he is in that conversation as the best receiver in the game. He really is. He is truly amazing. So, 1st and 10 here for the Seahawks as they are inside the 20 in the red zone at the 17. Darnold under center, play action, looking, fires to the end zone. It is dropped. Oh, there's a late flag. I was wondering, JSN just dropped it after I praised him. Surely there's a penalty, and of course there's a late flag. So we'll get to see what the replay or the call is. We'll see what Jerome Bettis does, Lev Bell. I don't know what you mean by that. Pass interference, defense. Foul occurred at the 2-yard line, so Seattle is knocking on the door. Wow, yeah, that is just a... Well, that is unfortunate for Houston as it's going to be 1st and goal. Power back. Well, I know that. They were both power backs, but what do you mean? Like, would they have gotten it? I mean, I don't know. On that play call, probably not. And with that O-line, probably not. 1st and goal at the 2, sending a man in motion. Darnold moving to his right, fires. It is caught by Charbonnet, and he is not going anywhere as 4 Texans came out of nowhere and pretty much just brought him down immediately. Spawn trapped him, if you will, if you're a gamer. So 2nd and goal coming up at the 2. Running back by committee. That's been the case for Houston. They've been running 2 backs, really. Ogun Bawali, I think, is the other guy's name. So he's been mixing it up a little bit for Houston. And, of course, for Seattle, it's really just been Walker and Charbonnet. So 2nd and goal at the 2. Darnold sending a man in motion. Darnold hands it off to Charbonnet, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle Seahawks. And they lead 26-12 with 54 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Is Chubb hurt? No, he's not hurt. So, again, we're just pending the extra point here. But, yes, Seattle now back up by 2 scores. It's just been a rough showing for the Texans. Again, the offense, really. Defense, I mean, not that great, but, they've had their moments. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up. It is good. 27-12, Seattle leading over Houston with 54 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. They really missed Mixon. I mean, again, I feel like if Mixon were here, he would also honestly have the same amount of yards because, I mean, the O-line is horrible. I mean, it is absolutely atrocious. I mean, Marks, he's fast. I mean, he's trying to find something, but again, whenever there is a hole, it's able to shoot it pretty good there, but hit the gap. But no, it's bad. It's bad, Daniel. See, I'm late for this one. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I know they don't trust Chubb. Why have him as the number one running back? I mean, I don't think they really do. I don't really think they do. Boom. EA Sports. It's in the game. That was pretty lame. Hold on. It's probably going to be the same exact EA. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Never mind. I'm not going to do it anymore. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do. I call games. As there is the kickoff. No commercial break. Yeah, they're running way behind here. And that's going to be fumbled at the 1. Picks it up to 5. He's at the 10, the 15. And hit hard at the 20. And Houston not going to have great field position by any means. Again, 48 seconds here in the third quarter. It's been all Seattle tonight, 27-12. Houston, again, just trying to make it a one-score game yet again. Legion of Boom. They're looking like it tonight, but I think it's more because of just how bad the Texans really are. I didn't realize the Texans were this bad, to be honest with you. I heard they were bad, but it's the first time I've gotten to see them play. Not looking good. 1st and 10 here for Stroud as he drops back. Play action. Heavy pressure again and almost intercepted. I mean, I feel so bad for Stroud, folks. There's a lot about him right now. You see, he's just, he peaked in his first year and all this. But, I mean, I don't know how many people would be able to look good behind this O-line. I mean, that is just absolutely horrible. As soon as he drops back, it's over. 2nd and 10 for Stroud and the Texans in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Stroud drops back, throws it down the right side, and it is overthrown, incomplete. Pass intended for Higgins. His first target of the night. I agree. Texans O-line is terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, that's a good one. Terrible. It is just terrible. Absolutely atrocious. So 3rd and 10 here for Houston. Again, they need to get to the 30 for a brand new set of downs. They're only 1 for 8 on 3rd down. To be fair, Seattle's 2 for 11, but still. In the shotgun is Stroud. Stroud takes the snap. They're sending the blitz. Heavy pressure, and down he goes. Sack. Okada with the sack, and of course the Texans are going to have to punt it away again. Game over. Yeah, may very well be. Of course, I will still be covering it until its conclusion because I'm not a quitter. Not a quitter by any means. That would just be unprofessional, even though I claim not to be a professional. So there's the punt, making sure to punt it on the other side. Is field at the 40. And makes the guy miss at the 45. He's reversing field, but doesn't work out as he's brought down at the 47-yard line. A return of 7 yards. So that's the end of the third quarter. Seattle leading 27-12 with still a quarter to play. The Broncos flipped the script. That's fair. Yeah, no, I mean, they're actually the same comments earlier in the Buccaneers-Lions game. Pardon me. Doc, do you have a post office box where we can send you stuff? If not, you should get one. That's actually something that I just realized I was looking bald up here. My hair's a mess. Yeah, I should. I should, Daniel. Hopefully you guys don't try to kill me. I mean, that would really bum me out. At this current score, I would say I would not say game over. Yeah, completely agree. Broncos scored 33 in one quarter. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, that is rare. I want to keep that in mind. You're right. It is not over, folks, but that is what happened yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago now. Well, no, I'm still in the Central Time Zone, so we're still here on Monday for me. But that is completely rare. Don't expect that to happen. But you're right. Anything could happen. I completely agree. Anything could happen, and it is not over for sure. Again, you never know. The Texans defense could rise to the occasion. Darnold could turn into a pumpkin at any moment, or a tomato can, or whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, you never know. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like what you're listening to, subscribe to the channel. And again, you get more NFL, MLB, and, of course, college football. It is completely free to do so. Rare. Yep, it is rare. With this offense game over, yeah, no, I'm inclined to agree with you. But, I mean, the defense has made plays, so, I mean, they could help them out. They really could. So, but, yeah, you never know. Stroud can't even tie his shoes. He really can't right now. He doesn't have the time. Doesn't have the time to do anything back there. Minnesota Vikings scored the most points in a single game against the Cowboys. So, Jay, that is incorrect. Because I believe the highest score is 72-73. I'll check that out after this drive, because Darnold and the offense are back on the field. We're returning to coverage again, 27-12. But no, it is actually, I believe it's either the Giants or the Redskins. One of those guys... One of those teams put up 73 points. Now, if you're doing post-merger area, that's actually still wrong. Yeah, I just don't know what it would be. 1st and 10 at the 47, and there was an obvious false start there. That was a long time ago, but I remember the Vikings scored 30 points. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. So 1st and 15 coming up for Seattle. Again, the false start that was kind of random. The Broncos, yeah. 1st and 15. Darnold is under center. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Darnold hands it off to Walker up the middle, and he can't find anything. Again, it's been a pretty good run defense for Houston. The problem is that Jackson Smith-Njigba has 123 yards receiving on 8 catches. That's really the difference, folks, because honestly, without that, I mean, I don't really know. Well, I guess Darnold will be looking okay, but I mean, it's been pretty rough whenever he targets JSN. All right, 2nd and 14. Ball at the 43. Darnold in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Darnold drops back, looking to his left. Heavy pressure, batted at the line, incomplete. Again, the Texans' defensive line have been very, very good tonight. And it's really the only thing that's keeping this a 2-score game, for being honest. Why? Because he praises Jesus when he gets a chance in the NFL. Ain't down for that. I don't know if, I kind of agree with you there on the last part. I don't know if they have it out for Stroud. I did see the skip. Did you guys see the Skip Bayless thing about Travis Hunter? That was horrible. Absolutely. He's an idiot. 3rd and 14. Darnold swings out. It's caught by Walker. He's at the 40, the 45, the 50, 45, and that's going to be close to the line to gain. I'm not too sure. He's going to be a yard short. That's a gain of 13. And that's going to be 4th and 1. Do you think the Texans can come back starting right now? No. But, they don't have the ball yet. We'll see, though, McWalk. Thank you again for tuning in. They could, though. I mean, really. Let's see here. What are we looking at? They're going to punt it. So, I mean, we'll see what they do on this drive. But they need to get something going. So Dixon is back to punt it away. No, they're not. They're not going to punt it. It's a attempted trick punt here. I'm not too sure. They're trying to get him to draw off sides, or I don't know. So I don't know really what's happening. They're faking the snap or whatnot. Bobo's trying to get the snap. And, okay, they're just going to punt it. Okay. Broke the internet? Oh, yeah, I bet. Living through some down years, I'm sure Redskins gave up most points ever in a football game. All Texans need to do 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions. Seattle defense gets amnesia. Yeah, that's the only thing that happens. Skip Bayless. Yeah, he just said something stupid. About Travis Hunter. It was just dumb. All right, 4th and 6. Now they're going to punt. As Dixon punts it away. And that is going to be fielded at the 10. No fair catching. It's at the 15, the 20. Pushed out of bounds at the 21. Braxton Berrios with the return there. So 13-13, some pretty good numbers there. As we had a commercial break. I, of course, will stay right here. 13 is the number. Oh, there we go. There we go. 13 is a good number, folks. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like said games, make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Again, I cover NFL, baseball, and college football. All the Texans need to do is refs call fairly and a few good plays. Yeah. Punt return? Yeah. Skip Bayless always says stupid things. I mean, now I'm kind of seeing that. I used to actually like him, but lately, yeah, he's just an idiot. I think it's time for him to just retire quietly, and it'd be okay. I skip past Skip whenever I hear his voice. Yeah, I mean I don't know. I don't want to hate on him completely because I didn't mind him for a good part of his career, but just towards the end, and then obviously since Fox, yeah, he has been. Oh man, it's been actually terrible. At least the Seahawks didn't burn a timeout. I know this guy. Yeah, that's true. Go Ducks, go Ducks. Oregon. Yeah, I'm assuming Oregon. Yeah, Oregon, I thought they were pretty good, and then they lost to Indiana at home. How do you guys do that? Hey, guys, I was praising Oregon the whole time. I'm like, oh, yeah, the 2 best teams in college football, Ohio State and Oregon, folks. That is it. And then Indiana comes in and just, I luckily no one's really ripped me for it, but geez, I've been propping up Oregon forever. I still think they're good. I still think they are legit, but man, That definitely bothered me because you guys let me down. It's comical. Well, yeah, he's something. Shannon says, "Oh yeah, I didn't like. Oh no, I mean I like Shannon. It was hit and miss with Shannon. There are some things I completely disagreed with Shannon, but then also other things that I completely agree with Shannon. Like on the Tom Brady stuff, Skip went overboard on all that, and I would side with Shannon. Is Chubbs in? He is, but again, they've been mixing it up there." So you never know who's going to be in. It could be Marks, could be Chubb. You never really know. I notice everyone says Chubbs. It's Chubb. It's Nick Chubb, folks. Stroud is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Play action. Stroud fires. It is incomplete. Heavy. And just heavy coverage there all over Collins. And unable to make the catch. It falls incomplete. Collins is now out. So I'm sorry, CeeLo, if you're still here looking for Collins to do something. He is on the sideline now, holding his head. So hopefully he's okay, but I don't think he's coming back, at least for a few plays. Skip made it off being in Dallas during the Dynasty days. Yep. Dan Le Batard. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a tard. I don't like Dan at all. 2nd and 10 here at the 21, and so Collins. They're actually again Collins is on the sideline. I guess they're making sure that he's away because he's shaken up. He does not look like he. I think he may have landed on his head. Pretty sure Skip Bayless must have had good bodyguards. Yeah, I mean again, it's not like I would ever. No, I mean I never got that mad with Skip, but he just sometimes he just It is what it is. 2nd and 10. Stroud drops back, fires down the right side. It's incomplete. He overthrows Higgins. Oh, it's going to be 3rd and 10 coming up. Ocho offers what perspective? Ocho offers what perspective that is valuable. I do love some Ocho offer. I guess I'm lost, Jerry. You're talking about Ocho Cinco? I don't like Ocho Cinco. I mean, I like him as a player, as an analyst or whatever. Nah, he's absolutely terrible, in my opinion. 3rd and 10. Stroud is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Eisen is king. I don't know. I used to like him, but now he got pretty stupid. Well, I like him 90% of the time. The other 10, it is what it is. I didn't like how he acted during the draft, is what I'll say there. This past draft. So 3rd and 10. Again, there's discussion here with the referees. I'd love to call the game, folks, but the referees are really trying to not call this game. Oregon losing to Indiana would be like a 4-1 team going over the hill. Well, Indiana's good now, Trisk, but it's really just, I don't know. That was kind of frustrating. You miss Kellerman? Yeah, Kellerman. Yeah, I don't know. Kellerman. I don't know. I don't like Kellerman either, to be honest with you. But I do like the dynamic he had with Stephen A. I thought that was fair. He would fight back. I do respect that. He would fight back with a lot of nonsense, but I did like that he would, fight back. I found the game from last season. I'm being sure a Steelers fan. 48-10. I'd have to look at it. So again, I don't know what's going on here. I'd love to call the game for you guys, but just absolutely nothing going on right now. So 2nd and 10, I guess. I don't know. Or is it 3rd and 10, 2nd and 10? I don't know. It says 2nd and 10 on the screen. I think it's 3rd and 10, though. Stroud is in the shotgun. Stroud drops back. Steps up. Fires down the left side. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Hutchinson, and now it's going to say 3rd and 10. So I guess it is 3rd and 10. James Harrison, yeah, he's pretty good. Stephen A is cool, but he yells too much. You like Stephen A? Yeah, I like Stephen A. He's good. And he's another guy who's I like some of the stuff, and then some of this other stuff I can't stand what he says. He's another hit and miss guy. Definitely entertaining, though, for sure. 3rd and 10 here at the 21. They need to get to the 31 for a brand new set it down. Stroud in the shotgun. Stroud drops back. Steps up. Fires again. Just throwing it down the field. It is incomplete. Looking for Noel. And it's just been... really, I don't blame him. Again, it's, every time Stroud drops back, he's under heavy pressure. He's just throwing it deep. May as well. Rich is tempered. Yeah, he's pretty chill, but again, well, I don't know. Again, when he doesn't become chill, he's a little scary, and then we disagree whenever he's I don't know. Again, I don't. Some of his stuff I don't care for, but again, we're all human. We're gonna disagree. Feel at the 22, he's at the 25, he's at the 30, and he's at the 35. Still on his feet, but now he's going to be driven backwards. Oh, now he's being driven forwards. As they're at the 37, Texans players almost coming on the field. Luckily, the referee was nice. Colin Coward's your man. I like Colin. He says a lot of crazy stuff, but Colin Coward, I always watch his stuff. I really do. Romo's best broadcaster? No. No. Well, he is whenever he's not covering Patrick Mahomes. Best Sports Center host, Chris Berman. Yep. DrDelay heading out. Got to get some. Yeah, go ahead. You have a good night, Jay. Appreciate you. So 1st and 10 here for Darnold. Darnold is under center, sending a man in motion. Receiver to the left, receiver to the right. Darnold drops back, looking to his right, fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Arroyo. Nothing doing there. Darnold shaking his head. That one was well over the head. Isaac, yeah, I agree, Trisk. I like to see Ohio State in the SEC. They wouldn't last. You don't think they would last, Jerry? Oh, I think they would. I think they would do very well. I think they would do very well, Jerry. We'll agree to disagree there. That's fine, though, but I think they would do very well. 2nd and 10 at the 36. Darnold is under center. Drops back. Hands it off, actually. It's a delay at the 40, 45, 50. Walker getting involved as he is brought down across the 50 at the 49-yard line. Looks like Collins is indeed heading in. So, sorry, CeeLo, if you're still listening. He is most likely done for the night. Who's better? I guess I already forgot. Forgot who was better out of who you were saying. You just put that on a loop. Heavy pressure, that throw incomplete. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should. That's a good one. 1st and 10, Darnold under center. Darnold drops back. Steps up. Fires down the middle of the field. It is incomplete. Torrey Horton was the intended target. Stingley was in the area. There was another player there. There is a flag down as Horton is now limping off the field. It's going to be holding on the Texans. So that's a brand new set of downs for Houston. Kevin Harlan, best. I actually like Iron Eagle. Al Michaels is supreme. In his prime, he was very good. I'm heading back to bed. Yeah, you have a good night. Do you believe in miracles? Yeah. He was great. You know, Al Michaels was legendary. Do you believe in miracles? Calls pretty good. Well, of course, I only heard clipping, the video of that. 1st and 20. Oh, it's holding on the Seahawks. Never mind. It's a shovel pass to Charbonnet as it's brought down at the 47. So my apologies. It said holding call, and then it highlighted the Texans there. So that's my apologies there. It's going to be 2nd and long coming up for Seattle. TNT, I'm not familiar with that. So 2nd and 14 here for the Seahawks. Again, really another field goal, I would say, would end the game based on how the Texans have really looked as we're approaching the 11-minute mark. Again, we're at the 48. Their own 48, mind you. Darnold drops back, looking over the middle, fires. It is caught at the 43. Oh, the ball's out! The ball is out! Who recovered it? The Texans may have gotten there first. And it's Houston ball. Oh, just when you think it may be over, folks. Arroyo fumbles the ball, and the Texans recover. You went to your first Penguin game after the Miracle on Ice? Oh, yeah. I bet that inspired a lot of people, for sure, to get into hockey. Yeah, Arroyo just had that ball ripped out. Just flat out ripped out. And Al Shahir, actually don't know. Yeah, Al Shahir with the recovery. So, it is going to be 1st and 10 for Houston. And I'm sure we'll break the huddle there. There we go. All right, so Stroud is in the shotgun. I'm sure I'll say back to pass, heavy pressure. Want to bet? Stroud in the shotgun, drops back. Heavy pressure, fires. It's caught at the 50, breaks a tackle, and brought down at the 45-yard line. That is Marks with the catch. Gain of 9. And they are in Seattle territory. And the Texans, they need to move. I mean, again, still plenty of time, but, again, based on how their offense has looked, I mean, you really need to get it going here. 2nd and 1. Stroud in the shotgun, drops back. They're bringing the blitz, fires. It's caught at the 40 and pushed out of bounds immediately, but he will have the first down. First down, Texans. They're driving at the 40. That was Dalton Schultz with the catch. He's at 6 catches, 75 yards tonight. Best announcers were Howard Cosell and Dandy Don on Monday Night Football. That is before my time. But yes, Howard Cosell, I'm familiar with him. 1st and 10, Stroud drops back. Moving to his right, fires down the right side. That is going to be thrown away. Incomplete. And there is a late flag Again, it's like every 3 or 4 plays there's a flag. That seems to be the trend tonight. And that is going to be a personal foul on the Texans. Have to see what happened here. Blindside block, I guess. And then, of course, Stroud takes a late hit as well, and they just didn't throw that one. That's pretty... So they said the late hit was on the O-line. That's what it was. So it was a late hit on the O-lineman. And then, of course, they show Stroud in the same frame getting hit after the late hit, and that wasn't a flag. So, again, some questionable decision-making by the referees here tonight. 1st and 25. Stroud fires. It is almost intercepted. Again, Stroud is just feeling all the pressure tonight, and I feel for him. Stroud has got to start running the ball to slow down the pass rush. Yeah. No Watts. Pittsburgh has Watts. They have Watt, yeah. 2nd and 25. Ball at the 45 in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Stroud drops back. Steps up. He's going to take off and run. It's like he heard Nick. He's at the 50, rolling at the 45. So that should be a gain of 10. That'll make it 3rd and 15, of course. That's still pretty long, but at least it gives him a shot here. Turn out the lights, party is over. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I don't know if I would ever do that. Turn out the lights, the party is over. I guess I'd have to listen to the call on how he did it. 3rd and 15 to Stroud. Dropping back, fires. It is incomplete. No one in the area. Again, just heavy pressure right up the middle. I mean, Stroud is going to be probably in the he's probably going to be in an ice bath tomorrow for sure. I mean, it's just absolutely atrocious, the O-line. This may be one of the worst O-lines I've ever seen. Of course, I saw the Steelers' 2021 O-line. That was horrible. This one may be giving him a run for their money. Seattle does not have Bobby Wagner. Nope, they do not. 4th and 15. This is, I don't want to say it's the ball game, but it may be the ball game, folks. They need to get to the 30 for a brand new set of down. Stroud drops back. Way back. Moving to his right again. Heavy pressure. Fires down the right side. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Marks. And that is a turnover on downs. Again, just absolutely atrocious O-line. I don't think it was this bad. I've heard about it, but this is the first time I've seen the Texans play this year, and I can confirm with my own eyes this is the worst offensive line in the NFL today. We head to commercial break. Seattle leading 27-12 over Houston. No, Legion of Boom, they do have Kobe Bryant. Yeah. But I don't remember if they do or not. I know he was drafted there. I don't know if he's still there. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Yes, I know it's a late one, but I do appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Of course, if you're on the West Coast, you're like, well, it's almost 10 o'clock, so I don't know about that late, but again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Again, thank you, CeeLo, for the redirect. I don't know if you're still here, but I do appreciate it. But yeah, make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, make sure to like it up and subscribe it up to the channel. This is what I do. Again, if you like the NFL, college football, and, of course, MLB, that is pretty much the channel in a nutshell. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. Feel free to chat down below. I try to respond to as many people as I can. I can't always get to you, but I'm sure I will. And that is pretty much it, as we just await the end of this one that's seemingly looking like a Seattle victory, really. So really, again, just unfortunate that the NFL put on 2 stinkers for this Monday night, because, it was pretty bad earlier. Of course, the Lions all over the Buccaneers. And, of course, Seattle all over the Texans in this one. As for, of course, next week, I can assure you I'll be doing the game on Thursday night, Minnesota and Los Angeles. And, of course, I'll be doing Green Bay and Pittsburgh on Sunday. The two other games, don't really know yet. I don't know, I'll have to look at it. I need to cover some teams I have yet to cover, so because I want to try to cover everybody once. That way I can say I've seen everyone play. I think I'm at 19 as I included the Texans here tonight. So got 13 more to go. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Dallas and Denver. I mean, it could be. I feel like a lot of people do that game, but it is what it is. High praise for the worst team. Yeah, for worst offensive line, it's pretty bad. He's pressured on 16 dropbacks. It really has felt like more. I just realized I'm on my page. My bad, folks. 1st and 10, ball at the 45. Darnold is under center. He hands it off. This is Walker. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40, and brought down at the 37. Of course, I imagine this is coming back because there's a flag, and usually on a long run, it means holding on the offense. Looks like the old Saints offensive line with Archie was playing, running for his life. I've seen the highlight, or the clips, yeah. The old clips there. The old footage. As an NFL fan, I do believe the Niners losing to the Seahawks. Oh, you believe in it? You believe that happens, or it's going to happen? Interesting. Go Giants, apparently. Oh, yeah, no, again, Giants had a rough one this Sunday. I'm sure you were there. That was rough. All right, 1st and 18 as they mark it at the 38. Darnold in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Darnold drops back, looking over the middle, fires. It is intercepted at the 50, the 45. He's at the 40. And pushed out of bounds is JSN and there's a fight. Oh, there's a fight now on the field. JSN shoves Stingley, and then someone pushed JSN, and now there's a lot of pushing and shoving. They're trying to break it up. They pretty much calmed down for now. The referee shielding JSN on the Texans bench. Oh, man, interesting. That is now the 4th turnover for Seattle. And you would think the score would be the other way, but the fact is, Houston just can't take advantage. Bucks Colts, what about them? So again, they're going to show it over the middle. Just an interception, Stingley Jr. The Texans defense trying to keep them in the game. Personal foul on number 24. That's interesting. They're going to... Oh, interesting. Oh, I think Stingley with the stiff arm to the face. Yeah, then, of course, the Texans and Seahawks got into a little bit of a scuffle there on the sideline. That was interesting. What's a football game and a hockey game broke out? Yeah. Yeah, right. All right, well, it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Texans. Of course, again, they get the pick, but they have to back up 15 yards due to the penalty. So they're at their own 48. Stroud again with a chance as he's going to hand it off to Marks up the middle. He's at the 50 and fights forward to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 4. At least it's something. At least they move forward. Stingley here having a nice word to the crowd. That was actually Chubb on the carry, so I'm sorry there. So Chubb with the 4-yard gain. Stroud throws over the middle to Schultz, and he is going to be just short of the line to gain. Schultz, I believe that's what, his 8th catch now. No, his 7th catch. 7 catches, 80 yards. 3rd and inches for the Texans. Oh, no, they moved the chains. I'm sorry. Again, they're not really showing the game. I'm just basing everything off what I last saw. Stroud drops back, fires in the middle. It's caught at the 30 and brought down at the 29. That is Hutchinson. Yes, you would think that an NFL broadcast would want to show the NFL, but in reality, they don't like doing that. Seahawks going to win from around. Yep. Run the ball with Chubb to slow pass rush. Yeah. Stroud moving to his right. Fires. It's caught at the 25. Pushed out of bounds. And, of course, Schultz took a shot. Schultz is now down. Again, that was a late push there at the end. Nothing doing. Of course, the one linebacker that checked on him on the sideline was asking why not the flag there. So 2nd and 5 coming up for the Texans. Schultz is shaken up. Yeah, he's still on the sideline. Stroud is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Stroud drops back, looking to his left, fires. Oh, and he's tackled before the ball got there. And there's no flag. That was interesting. I figured there'd be a flag. Maybe he slipped. I'm not too sure. But to me, that looked like a penalty for sure, but nothing given. So 3rd and 5 coming up for Houston with 6:33 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, if you're just tuning in, Seattle leading 27-12. The Texans have been granted opportunity after opportunity to try to take the game. Unfortunately, they just cannot, as they look to continue to struggle, I guess. So 3rd and 5, they need to get to the 19 for a brand new set it down. Stroud drops back, sending the blitz. Good protection, fires to the right side. It is incomplete. Oh, the defender, Job, was all over him. And now it's 4th and 5 coming up, or 4th and 6, mind you, as this ESPN is wrong. Who fumbled for Seattle? There's a lot of stuff happening. We had a Darnold fumble. Who else fumbled? Jeez, I can't remember. Really, no one likes the San Francisco 49ers. I don't think that's true. The Mariners lost, yep. Mariners lost. 4th and 6. They need to get to the 19 for a brand new set of downs. Stroud is in the shotgun. Stroud drops back. Heavy pressure. Fires to the left side. It's caught at the 5 and knocked out of bounds at the 4. That is Noel with the catch and run. Let's see. Darnold fumbled and Arroyo fumbled. There you go. Those are the guys that fumbled. So 1st and goal at the 3, and the Texans with the chance to make this a 1-score game. That was again, 2 receivers in the area. That was a very good throw by Stroud. All right, 1st and goal here for the Texans. Looking to make this a 1-score game. Again, they're at the 3. Stroud is under center. Stroud hands it off to Marks up the middle, fighting forward, and he's close. I don't think he got there. He's going to be at the inch line. Marks almost getting in there. Oh, that was really close. Yeah, no. Definitely short, though. So 2nd and inches. At the goal line, Stroud takes the snap, rolling to his right, and fires. It is going to be incomplete as that's at the feet of Schultz. They had Schultz double covered there. They knew it. So 3rd and goal now for the Texans. I say you got to do the quarterback sneak. Just do the classic. If you're against the Dodgers, you're rooting for Canada. Yeah, one of the few times I root for Canada. So I'm going with Canada here in the World Series. 3rd and goal. Stroud is under center. Stroud, play action, looking, fires. It's batted away. What a play by Okada. Okada with a heck of a play to bat it down, and it's now 4th and goal for the Texans. Unbelievable. When you think they're going to just punch it in, they're just held at bay. Man. So 4th and goal. Ball at the inch line. They need an inch, folks. I'm not even kidding. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout Seattle. Interesting. Interesting stuff there. I only root for Canada when Crosby is playing. That's fair. Well, I'm betraying my fellow Americans. It's a heel turn, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going with Canada for the World Series. So again, it's 4th and goal at the inch line. Seattle just took a timeout. So again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So again, make sure to do so. Make sure again to subscribe to the channel. This is what I do. If you like the NFL, college football, MLB, this is the channel for you. It is completely free to do so. As Stroud is under center. Sending a man in motion. Stroud hands it off up the middle, and he didn't get there, but there is a flag on the play. False start, and it's going to be against the offense. They're going to whistle it dead. Ooh. Now it's going to be 4th and 5, essentially. 4th and goal from the 5, pretty much. So, yeah, they moved. Oh. Man, I don't even know if... that's close. Tush push is what they need. They did not go with it. They didn't get it. But, again, the false start actually saves them. Because that didn't work, even with the false start. So, 4th and goal at the 5. They need it. This is the ball game, folks, and Seattle going to take another timeout. So 2 timeouts in 2 plays. They just love timeouts. Last time the Mariners were in it, Jay Buhner was on TV for East Hardware in Totem Lake. You want Dickies, overalls, and Gencos. I'm not familiar with all that, but yeah, I mean, again, the Mariners, it was close. It was close, man. You know, again, you never know. It could happen next year. Never know. Hey, what's up, Steelers fan? How are you doing? I'm a Steelers fan. Can't wait for the Tuesday NBA season starts tomorrow. Yeah, well, I like everything you just said, except I'm not really an NBA fan. Hey, but, Steeler fans we do stick together, though, for sure. 4th and goal at the 5. Stroud. Heavy pressure. Fires to the end zone. It is incomplete. Stroud can't believe it. I thought there was a clear offsides, to be honest with you. I thought that was going to be called, but it wasn't. I'd love to see the replay, but I guarantee you I won't. And that will probably be the ball game. Ernst, I gotcha. So let's see this replay here. Ooh. Again, they don't show the side view. They show the view that you really can't tell if he crossed it. And they're going to show another view that, again, you can't really show or see that he crossed it. Maybe they'll show it on the 3rd time. 3rd time's the charm. We have not been granted a 3rd time, people. You can't wait to watch Luka on the Mavs this season. This guy. That's crazy. Yeah. All right, 1st and 10 at the 5 for Seattle. Again, they're just going to look to run out the clock here. Darnold under center, hands it off up the middle. Charbonnet is still moving his feet as he's brought down at the 9. Gain of 4. No replays mean fix was in. Yeah, that's what I usually think. That's exactly what I think. It's like, oh, they blew it. They blew the call. We're not going to show it. Unless it fits a narrative. So it looks like the Texans taking their first timeouts as this game continues on. That's close. I mean, again, I'd like to see it down the shot line. There's no way you don't have it. They always show the line. They have it at the chain game. They have a camera, but I guess they don't have access to that footage right now. Thank you for the stream today. Yes, you have a good night, George. Again, if you guys do decide to head out, appreciate you guys for hanging in there. Again, I appreciate, of course, CeeLo with the redirect. You guys obviously didn't have to stay, but I appreciate you guys for staying. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the broadcast. Make sure again to like and subscribe as Darnold drops back, looking to his left, fires down the left side, and it is incomplete. Overthrows JSN, and it's now 3rd and 7. But yeah, no, I definitely do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Teams with 4+ takeaways, 9-1. The only loss was the Titans versus the Broncos. That actually makes sense. So yeah, no, the Texans going to join that list. With all the drones and cameras, there has to be a shot. Yeah, you'd think so. Why can't Seattle Sports win? Oh, well, you guys are going to win this one. You just can't win in Major League Baseball right now. 3rd and 7 at the 9. Darnold in the shotgun, drops back, looking over the middle. Heavy pressure, and he's sacked at the 1. He is sacked at the 1. They made it close. He did have to lean forward to stay out of the end zone. Texans going to take another timeout just to prolong the game because they, hate us. That's what they do. Yeah, Darnold doing a good job of staying, of course, out of the end zone. He was pretty much just trying all 200+ pounds of it, just leaning forward to stay out of the end zone. So 4th and 15 coming up again. They're going to punt it away. The Texans are going to get the ball, and they're probably not going to do anything. I mean, it's basically been the story here in the fourth quarter. They've been getting the ball around midfield. There is the punt. Fielded at the 42. He's at the 45, and he stumbles at the 50. Just pretty much repeating. If you ever heard of Groundhog Day, pretty much that's what's been happening the whole fourth quarter. Same old, same old. Aaron Rodgers, us. Not familiar there. I'm not too sure. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you did enjoy the play-by-play. Well, this is what I do, folks, 6 days a week. So make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Sorry the game wasn't all that great. It really wasn't. The early game wasn't great either. It just some kind of stinkers today. I covered 2 stinkers yesterday as well, but I got one really good one with Packers-Cardinals, so I'm really happy with that. So, but yeah, make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay as Stroud drops back. He's at the 40, steps up, fires. It is caught at the 30. He took a big hit, but that is Noel. Of course, he has the point for a first down 15, as we scramble to try to find a referee, marking him down at the 28. Rodgers eclipsing Russ. Oh, he always was. There was never a point where Russ was better than Rodgers. 1st and 10. Stroud moving to his right, fighting for his life. It is caught at the 20, and he's brought down at the 15. Nice throw, nice catch and run. And that is a brand new set of downs for the Texans. They're moving. They are already inside the 20. Schultz, 9 catches, 98 yards, and actually there's no touchdown there. Stroud drops back, fires over the middle. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Noel, but nothing doing. And it's 2nd and 10 coming up for the Texans. .342 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, I do appreciate you guys hanging in here. Despite the game kind of being lame for the most part. It's a lame game. But it is football. I do enjoy football. Stroud is in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Stroud drops back, and there's a bunch of whistles being blown. How many penalties is that? That's ridiculous, man. There is 11 penalties for the Seahawks, 9 penalties for the Texans. So, there you go. If you like penalties, we had a lot of them here today. Absolutely atrocious. Seattle tried to give it to the Texans, but they wouldn't take it. No, they wouldn't. They didn't want it. Oh, is that a win you're giving us? We're good, actually. Thank you, Seattle. you can have it. 2nd and 15. Stroud is in the shotgun. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Stroud takes the snap. Heavy pressure showing the blitz. It's caught at the 25, and Berrios loses a yard as he's brought down at the 21. That's amazing. They blitzed 6 or 7 people there, and Berrios, as soon as he caught it, those guys were all just swarming to the ball. So even though they were in the backfield, that's just amazing. Seattle came to play today. Just amazing. 3rd and 16 in the shotgun. Stroud takes the snap, looking, moving to his right, and he's going to take off and run. He's at the 20, he's at the 15, he's at the 10, and falls down at the 6. He needs to get to the 5. Of course, this will be 4th and 1, but you'll never guess what was just thrown, folks. Another penalty. Who's a better quarterback, Russ or Rodgers? Oh, it's Russ. Pardon me, it's Rodgers. Rodgers, clearly. Illegal contact. That is going to be added at the end of the play. I think they do that every now and then. I think sometimes it's like, oh, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty automatic first time, but here they're going to add it to the end of the play. It's just whatever you feel like. It's whenever you feel like adding it. Whenever certain team needs it, they'll go ahead and add it at the end of the play. The NFL, man, it's something else. 1st and goal here for the Texans. It's all right. We're now kind of getting into delusional land here as this game is just killing me. As Stroud is under center, sending a man in motion. Stroud, play action. Steps up, fires to the end zone. It is ripped away at the last second, incomplete. Oh, Marks had it, but it was just literally ripped away. And it's 2nd and goal coming up. Long game, so those West Coast bars can get another round out before they... Yeah, I guess so. All right, 2nd and goal here at the 3. Again, Seattle leading 27-12. Stroud is under center, trips to the left. They have an extra blocker. Sending a man in motion, hands it off to Marks, and Marks is blown up behind the line of scrimmage. That was Thomas on the tackle. That's a loss of 1. Is Allen the best quarterback or Pat? All-time Pat. Currently, I would take Allen, but, it's close. Yeah, all-time, obviously, Patrick Mahomes. But I think currently Allen's looking really good. But, Mahomes is clearly better all-time. 3rd and goal at the 4. Stroud drops back, looking to his left. Now over the middle, moving to somewhere. He's going backwards. He's fading back. Throws. It is caught. Touchdown, Houston Texans. Oh, what razzle-dazzle that was by Stroud as that was caught by Marks in the end zone. And he is down. So Marks is clearly shaken up, Woody Marks, and they're going to see the replay here, and it is... Yeah, it's going to be a catch. Feel like the NFL in a whole has a lot more penalties this year. Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's absolutely atrocious. Sean Payton didn't want Russell Wilson, so that ought to tell you something. Yeah, the extra point is up. The extra point is good. Again, I think Russ is great. I really do. It's not like I'm, like you compared him to Rodgers. I think that's just unfair. There aren't many quarterbacks you would take over Rodgers all time. Rodgers I couldn't really tell you. I would say, top five all time. He was amazing. I'm sure, people that were born in the 70s and 80s, top 10, Elway and Marino, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you can make the argument for him. I would put Rodgers ahead of Elway for sure. I'm sure that's triggering some people here, I'm sure. Marino, I don't know. Russ is done. Yeah, possibly. Feel bad for him. But, it happens to everyone. It happens to everyone at the end. But, of course, again, the extra point is good. So, 27-19, we technically have a game. I know this is probably the least exciting one-score game you've probably ever listened to. And I do apologize. If you blame me for that, I can't really hold it against you. Hopefully, if you guys do come back, it's an exciting game. You can see me at my best when it's back and forth, and it's very exciting. But I don't blame you if you're not interested. But if you were, again, if you did like what you heard tonight, make sure again to like and subscribe. Because, this game kind of stank. As there's the kickoff. And it's going to be fielded in the end zone. He's at the 5, the 10, the 15, 20, 25, and hit out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That is Holani on the return. So the 2-minute warning does indeed, was about to happen. So 1:58 left to go here, 27-19. Seattle leading over Houston. Brett Favre. Brett Favre's good. Brett Favre. I don't know where I'd put him all time. He's pretty good. Russ can still do Jude perfect, I guess. I'm not too sure what what the connection would be there. Tell us your best dad joke to make. I actually have no dad jokes. I can't come up with anything on the spot like that. So I'm a failure, McWalk. I'm a failure. I got nothing. Nothing. Again, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Yeah, I feel pretty lame now that I don't have a dad joke. I'm sure I've saved a bunch on my phone, but I just don't have nothing. Best QB I think now is Knicks. Ooh, that's a bold take there. I would respectfully disagree. I'll just leave it at that. I wonder if Lamar Jackson is using the same massage. Okay. Okay. Oh, I should really read things before I say them out loud, I guess. Oh, jeez. That's pretty much it. I got really nothing. Again, I do appreciate you guys hanging out. It is probably going to be a Seattle victory. Houston does have a timeout. Really, all Seattle needs to do is not get a first down on the first play. They need to get a first down and just not have it on the first play. As long as they get it after the Texans use their timeout, they'll be fine. So we're just kind of waiting. Looks like I need I have all this on the Xbox, believe it or not, so I need to charge the battery. Yeah, I know. Make fun of the batteries. I don't like it either. I only got Xbox because my friends abandoned me. Like, oh, well, we all have Xbox now. Then I get it. Then I'll move to PC. I'm like, oh, thanks, guys. Drew Brees was the best you ever seen? I respectfully disagree. Well, I mean, that's of course your opinion. Me, I would not agree with that. Best I've ever seen, probably Peyton Manning as a pure quarterback. Now, the best quarterback, of course, would be Tom Brady, but I think Peyton Manning deserves more love. 1st and 10 here at the 28. Darnold under center. Darnold hands it off to Charbonnet up the middle, and he's going to get 3 as he's brought down to the 31. Brees was good. Don't feel bad. Just blame it on the game. That's why. Yeah, there we go. You left. Yeah, I know. No, you're good. You're good, Daniel. Allen, Pat, Nix. I mean, I wouldn't put Nix top. No. Again, Nix needs to do a lot more. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I'd have to look at his stats, but I don't think he's top. I mean, he's a starter. That's pretty much my thought on him, I guess. Xbox over PlayStation. I know. No, trust me. I have PS2, PS3, PS4, and then I was bamboozled to get an Xbox. So trust me. I totally get it. Totally get it. I hate it too. 2nd and 7 here. Darnold under center again. They just need a first down and it's over. And then we can say goodbye. Sending JSN in motion. Darnold hands it off to Charbonnet up the middle. Still fighting, and he's brought down at the 34. The clock is at 1:43. So the play will have to be snapped at about 1:09. They run another play. If they don't get the first down, that would take it to about 20 seconds, just because of the 40-second. Of course, they take time whenever they do set it. Brady's the GOAT. Oh, yeah. 3rd and 3. Darnold is under center, setting a man in motion. Charbonnet's in the backfield. Hands it off to Charbonnet. Spinning free. Trying to fight. And he's brought down after a loss on the play. And the clock now resetting at a minute. And there's a flag. This will stop the clock. And, of course, this will be interesting. If it's against Seattle, then this very well, the game could still, of course, happen. Personal foul. Oh, personal foul against the Texans. And that is the game, folks. What in the world? That's how you lose. What happened? What in the world? 98. Oh, jumping on the pile, which I think is so lame because the pile wasn't on the ground. He's trying to bring it down. Oh, that's such a soft and weak call. If I'm being honest, that is an atrocious call. Not that the Texans really deserved a chance to even win this game because they were terrible. That is such a horrible call. That is an atrocious call. And he just took away a chance that the Texans had. That is pathetic. Oh, that's a horrible way to end the game. So Darnold's going to go ahead and take the knee. And look at my hair. Look at that, the headset. Now I'm going to actually leave the headset on there so you guys don't have to see that. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. Hopefully, if you really, if you thought I did a good job with this game, all I can really say is this was a terrible game, and maybe you'll give me a chance to again come back, and maybe cover a much better game. I don't know. You never know, but yeah, I'm on here 6 days a week. So that is pretty much it. Again, I cover the NFL, MLB, and, of course, college football. So Colts run anyway to the division. Oh, yeah. Well, the Jaguars maybe. The Jaguars and Texans, or the Jaguars and Colts still have to play twice. I know the Jaguars look terrible. I'd like to see how one of those games goes. Well, then I'll make my decision there. But, all right, that's going to do it again. 27-19 is your final score. Thank you again for tuning in. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe before you go. And that'll do it. Again, this Sunday, of course, I'll have 3 more Sunday games, including Steelers, Packers, of course. I'll be back this Thursday for Vikings and the Chargers. Of course, I do college football during the week. Again, I'm on here 6 of the 7 days a week, trying to make this into something special. We are a growing channel, though. We are, really are. 1,200 subs in the last 10 weeks, folks. We really are growing and growing and growing. So make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. That is pretty much going to do it. You guys all have a great rest of your night. Then again, CeeLo for the redirect. Thank you guys all for interacting. It's going to meet you guys. Again, I appreciate you guys very much for letting me call this game for you. Because like I said, there's always a lot of people covering these football games. So I appreciate you for giving me the chance to give me, to let me call the game and potentially get you guys to subscribe. It's free to do so. So that'll do it. Good night and take care. I'll see you when I see you, I guess. Take care. Peace.